We are live. Say something.
Hello.
Yay! Welcome back to low energy videos. 3 drinks minimum. Enjoy it while you can. It's a limited time offer. We are joined by the ghost of Elf King, who was
Hello.
too. They were too small for this world and became an atom. So small. But yeah, hi Elf. Good to see that the power didn't stop your ability to have a phone.
Yeah, luckily for now. Hopefully I don't like run out of data or something. That would suck.
Well, we probably won't go for like 2 hours or something, I guess. I mean, because you're not showing any footage, like any actual like visual that you keep the data.
Should be fine.
Yeah. If you gotta go, of course. Um, I'm here for a very important thing. And that is to say, we are currently going through a rebuilding process here on the channel. So, in advance, if there's any technical difficulties, to make matters worse, I had a power outage just a few minutes, about an hour before, no, 2 hours before we're going to go live, and then Elf lost their power. And
It
also,
might be a cosmic sign, but we're ignoring it for now.
yep, I'm very paranoid right now. I am first boys reference of the night. I am Homelander, making sure that this computer isn't making fun of me. So anytime there's like a
Oh,
slow buffering, my eyes are narrowing.
please
Uh,
don't laser it.
yeah. I want to get to the laser eyes tonight because up front, I just want to say I've been enjoying the living shit out of the boys. I'm caught up with the latest episode. I haven't watched Gen V yet. I watched one of the Butcher mini shorts, and no, I haven't read the comics. I've just seen clips of them. But I will say I am not without my criticisms, and we will get into them after I do a very smart thing and pour myself a drink. Oh, tonight
Yay.
I have a bottle of Jack Daniels. Well, it's about, I'm gonna say 85% full. When I went on my bender, I started drinking a single glass of it, couldn't finish it, poured it back in, and this is what's left. And I'm so glad my past self hit their wall after a week of fucking pissing away money I really needed. Oh, I'm in
Fair
Egypt.
enough.
That's why I'm not drinking anything and after these drinks. But I will do shots for donos while available, and I will also be doing sipping stuff. I'm planning to get quite drunk tonight, so that is just going to be a heads up. We've also got videos and shit, but I've got something very important to tell everyone, and that is we got ourselves links down below, along with a like, share, and subscribe. My God, this stuff smells horrible. And also up above me there, we have a stream goal. Anything given, very much appreciated. As in September, we have the fan meetup in Philadelphia from the 11th to the 18th. Many people say they are coming. A few even will show up. Well, that is the theory. In reality, God knows what will happen. Maybe we'll get another hurricane and I won't be able to stream because my roof caved in. But we will see. Money will help in that regard, though. So anything given, greatly appreciated. Also, don't forget that on Sunday we have Bearded Ramblings. Landon is joining us. Probably he will be doing a little happy dance to celebrate the UK elections. So I am kind of reserved. It has been great to see so many conservatives lose power. Um, but
To agree
yeah,
with that, even on the American side, I think I'd have to agree with that.
yeah. It's shocking, but I'm not a big fan of conservatives, and neither are many people in our community.
Yeah.
Um, but I'll talk about that on Sunday. As for tonight, we have ourselves we got some Cobes stuff. Cobes has actually just recently uploaded a video in the last few minutes on
Oh boy.
a drinks combo. But we also will be just shooting the shit and probably definitely talking about the boys. And we also have, if anyone remembers the guy we look at who does like the short Japanese uh, restaurant reviews. He's got a very nice voice. He's an American. He actually has 3 videos up, and we can go through one of them. They're short, only like 10 minutes or so, so it's not too bad. But yeah, that's the gist of it. So let's start by simply saying sláinte, and I'm gonna knock this back. Well, Elf, tell us how you have been.
Um, it's been kind of rough actually lately. I went through like a 3 week period of my air conditioning working and not working. It was working until the power went out. Um, but it will be working again when it comes back on. Other than that, everything's been pretty good. I have been painting some of my Warhammer miniatures. I haven't gotten very far yet, but I've been working on it. I think that's kind of about it.
Um, very, very important for anyone watching. Oh, we just got a €5 donation.
Yay!
Boom, boom. Yes, 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 yes. Oh, Elf, have you actually ever seen the? I suppose you can't really see it right now. Thank you so much, there, Troy. Cheers, indeed. I will do a tiny. I'll actually grab my shot glass in a second, and give you one. We have two new. We have a new donation GIF, and it's a French male model in a pair of Calvin, like really tight Calvin Klein underwear. And he's one of those female ASMR guys. He makes like porn, ASMR porn for women, but he also
I,
reviews sex stuff,
Interesting.
like sex toys and the like. He's got one of those, you know, the torso sex toys. It's just like an ass or like
Oh yeah, yeah.
he's got one of them, but it's of this over like massive uh, BBW woman's ass, and he's just
Oh
showing
my.
how easy it bounces up and down while he's saying blacka blacka boom boom yes yes giggity gig giggity gig. And that happens for like five of above.
Oh my.
We get it one more time for the sweet souvenir. Cheers. Blum, blum, beep, 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 beep. He just gets up and starts fucking while he's looking at the camera.
That's a hell of a review.
Oh, he was showing it how bouncy it was. Like, I think he was sponsored by the company that made it, and he was doing the review of it, which is now so
That is
weird.
that's some marketing right there.
Oh, that has become really common. I used to watch this Spanish speaking girl that would like review anime and sometimes play with herself. Fucking gorgeous. And after a while, she stopped doing that and started doing reviews of like Sibians and like the full body stuff. The like one like a full body torso. But
Oh.
she'd give them all like nicknames and like give them backstories and shit, and it'd all be translated from Spanish. And
Um,
it would be very weird. It was kind of like,
the backstories are a bit weird, yeah.
yeah.
Naming not so much, but the backstories, like what?
Oh no. I know tons of women who do name them. Others just go, oh, I've got the metal one, I've got the vibrating ones and shit. But
I'm a name kind of person, I will admit.
yeah, I remember one she had it. It was like a woman's torso. It's for a guy to stick their dick in, but she was showing how hot the girl was, and she
Hmm.
said she met her at a bar, and they all went back to smoke some weed and make out, and it got really hot and heavy, and you know, this is what happened, and then I think maybe she was trying to describe an experience that she actually had, and she
Huh.
was using the torso, and she just started going down on this bit of like silicone, and I was just there like, what do you get out of it? Like,
Right? I bet it tastes weird too.
Yeah, it's not designed to be eaten out. It's designed to be, I suppose, sterile for starters, because it has to be cleaned.
Right? I hope it's being cleaned. Oh.
Oh God, you can imagine. You know for a fact some coomer somewhere has like a sex doll they spent 5 grand at and has never cleaned it once because it would take away it would
Oh,
take away the fake little narrative they have in the head while getting head. So they just let
oh
they
gross.
just like I don't know, maybe they take it to the bath every once in a while and it'll just slowly start
Nasty.
to decay. Oh, and her hair will start going
Oh.
out. Oh
Oh.
God.
Oh.
I don't know what would be worse though,
Oh.
because I have seen how they're meant to be cleaned, and you're meant to just take out this cup that is her pussy and or like any of her holes and take it over to a sink and just wash it out like a cup.
Oh my
Like,
God, it's like Archer.
is that in an episode of Archer? I haven't watched that much of it.
There is there's a Russian android woman named Katya who has exactly that.
Then
And
I guess that's
she leaves it in the sink once and Lana finds it and freaks out. Um yeah.
Oh, I need to get back and watch an Archer. We were talking
Eh,
earlier about like animation style. I always liked the look of the Archer characters, but they moved so woodenly.
Yeah, I agree. I think they were going for that with the art style, but it's still kind of like weird.
It looks cheap. Makes sense in like
Yeah.
season 1 or something like that because the art style is like really well done, and it's done by the same people
Yeah.
who do Bob's Burgers, and Bob's Burgers is not really well done. It's kind of a joke in the animation circles that it looks. What did Peter Griffin say one time? I love the people who work on it, but with all respect, it looks like it was drawn on the back of a napkin during a turbulent flight.
Yeah, I can see
And
that.
yes, oh, especially the first few episodes of Bob's Burgers, they were so squiggly. It was like
Yeah, they
watching
were.
old Ed and Eddie.
Right.
um, but yeah, like animation styles to each their own, and some animation styles like fucking really work well. Like you could say, Samurai Jack is very minimalistic. There's not a lot of,
Yes.
but that adds to it because, of course, it's
Right.
heavily inspired by people like say Frank Miller, who work with very little color schemes and shit, or
Right. And really
oh
bold line strokes too is another part of
yeah.
it.
I always liked in Samurai Jack that the background sometimes would get so much more detail than the characters.
Hmm.
Um,
It was such a cool show.
oh, it was so pretty to look at, and you could tell so much
Yeah.
passion went into it. And
Hmm.
I know some people didn't like it, but when the remake came out, well, when the follow up came out, I should say, I really liked that too. I thought it was a natural progression. Was it as good?
Oh yeah.
Probably not, but that's a good bit of nostalgia. And I'm gonna be honest, some old Samurai Jack episodes were filler. There was a lot of
Hmm.
downtime that nothing happened, and including not making mood. Probably the best and worst ones of that was remember the season episode where it was 4 seasons that didn't have a single line of dialogue.
Yeah, I do remember that one. It was weird.
It
It
was
was really weird.
let's the winter one. I think. Oh, the winter one had all the bounty hunters in the snow gonna jump
Hmm.
Jack, and then
Yeah.
in autumn had he almost like became a victim of like the tree spirit woman who lived in the
Hmm.
brambles.
Yeah.
Um, no, that was summer. That was summer. In autumn was that weird alchemist dude who spent the whole episode trying to make a poison to poison the well.
Mm.
And
I think I missed one of them because I don't remember the Alchemist one, but I'm sure that that was what happened. Yeah, I don't think I watched that one.
all he made was like these noises as he would like get these incredibly bizarre looking like alchemy ingredients and equipment and ground down shit, and eventually like you just see this strange liquid being formed and he puts it into the well. Jack's gonna reach in to pick it. He's about to go up and the guy's watching him, like beads of sweat going down, and then Jack stops at the last minute.
Oh.
Like it's that whole thing was that show allowed itself to get experimental,
Hmm.
and not enough animations, not all animations, but not enough animations do. Like when you hear like a show these days going experimental, they're just gonna be doing an anime episode. Oh, here's
Basically.
yeah, like here's here's a normally Western style show, but now they're all talking like in an anime.
Hmm.
But in Samurai Jack, it would just be like, oh, here we're just gonna recreate a sci-fi version of 300. You know,
Yeah, yeah,
here's a kaiju episode with Professor Frink from The Simpsons and a stone
right.
samurai. You know. Oh God, Destiny's Child Island with the three-headed Hydra girls.
Oh, I
Um,
remember that.
yeah,
Yep.
with the Scotsman and Jack, and then afterwards they're stuck on the island, so they start doing like challenges to pass the time, like who can run around the
Yeah,
island faster.
right. Oh, I
Yeah,
love the Scotsman. He was such a good character. He was awesome.
they're trying to look up me killed.
He basically ended up being like Jack's best friend because he was like a recurring character and he kept running into him, and every time he did, it was like always a nice thing.
Do you remember when they
So,
go to the moors and see his family, and his wife is just this burly fucking like bear of a woman who's just screaming in this
mhm.
unknowable gibberish at him at all times, and she's like,
Yeah.
"Ah, me petal, I missed you."
Hmm.
And then in the sequel, he has all those incredibly strong daughters.
Yeah. Yep. Oh man, such a good character. So good.
Yeah, oh, I loved Jack, and I loved the sequel, and I love Anthony. Have you seen Primal?
I've seen some of it. Yeah. Yeah. It's really good.
Oh God, that's full of references too. Near the end of the show, I shit you not, they recreate the box art from Age of Empires 1. And
Wow.
I was just there like, what? This is some Conan level shit. Like, what the hell? I love this so much. And the only episode in English is in it's set in the 1800s, where young Charles Darwin has an argument about the difference between nature and nurture, because an escaped
Oh.
psychopath raids his house and tries to kill them all, and they have to fight him off in this sort of like game of cat and mouse.
Huh.
It's a very out of nowhere episode, and it's brilliant. Oh, I love that show so much. They're making a sequel to it.
Jeez. Hmm. They're
Yeah.
recently making a lot of sequels to stuff, though, I've noticed. Like, just in general, there are a ton of like really latent sequels. Like, they made a sequel to Twister, finally. That movie came out when I was 5.
Twister, as in that's the same cow Twister.
Yes.
What the really? Jesus, I had that on
Yes.
VHS, hologram tape and
Yep.
everything.
Yep. They're making a Twister too. I saw that movie when I was 5 years old at a drive-in theater.
That would be a good one, because that was a spectacle film when it wasn't just about stupid arguments.
I think the fantastic part is that a drive-in theater gets blown away by the Twister in Twister.
Not the first time a drive-in theater has shown a film involving destruction or something horrible happening in a drive-through theater.
Right. They're making a weird comeback, actually, though. There's actually one in the area that's open now. It's really weird.
Has been
Kind of
since
cool.
had been since COVID. Someone had a very smart idea. Well, you know, if you're bound to one particular area, why not just go out and do a drive-through, and they're back, which is great
Exactly.
because we need more physical media. I love online. I
Yeah,
mean, hell, here we are right now on an online thing,
right.
and but most people will be watching us on their smart TVs, on their phones, on their computer screens.
Hmm.
They you know, why not? And hello everyone, by the way, make sure to like, share, and subscribe and all that good shit. But don't forget, guys, like, if you can, have an event, go out and enjoy yourself, go and see a movie. Yes, even with those ridiculous movie prices for
It is still
Dune.
kind of nice to go to a theater, even despite that.
Last movie I saw was out with Feel Good. We were so drunk that we almost got kicked out for talking too much. Jesus. Oh, I'm sorry. Feel Good did. I was constantly telling them to be quiet, please. Like, we were trying to watch Dune, the second Dune film.
Oh,
That was a
oh, that's the
spectacle
last
film.
movie I saw too. How weird.
Really?
That's
Oh,
funny.
that's mental.
That- Yeah.
Um, what did you make of Dune 2, by the way?
Um, I mean, I liked it. It was really epic. I mean, I don't really have a lot of context because I've never read the books or anything like that. I've only ever seen like the David Lynch film before this.
Which is a good,
Um,
it's a good adaptation in some respects and absolute dog shit in
yeah.
others.
I really liked Austin Butler actually. He did an amazing job playing Feyd-Rautha. Um, yeah, like honestly, that was easily one of my favorite parts of it. He was so good.
They really went for him being like this sort of death, this idea of like just pure death and destruction. Um,
Yeah.
v- um, in it's Sting plays him in the Lynch one, and he is more
Yeah.
sort of like uppity spoiled brat that needs to prove himself, but also high
Yeah,
on drugs.
I like that they leaned into the violent psychopath part for Denis Villeneuve's version because, like, I don't know, I really enjoyed it. I also really liked how the scenes for Deity Prime were like in black and white. That was cool.
Yeah, the in the Lynch film, Giddy Prime is shown to be like this borderline like Mechanicus world. In the
Yeah.
books, with all this like very borderline Slaneshi Baroque like physical art stuff, but
Hmm.
also in the books, it's implied to be this destroyed factory that's constantly spewing out death all the time.
Yeah.
In the Villeneuve movie, it's kind of like Triumph of the Will.
Yeah.
It's very stark and bleak and dead. And I also love how they made the Harkonnens look different as well, because there's nothing really stopping them to making them to look at in specific. So they went with these sort of, they're just flesh puppets, which is,
Yeah.
that makes sense because Giddy Prime's main export is flesh. It produces
Hmm.
bio stuff,
Yeah.
which the Lynch film had by having the Baron be submerged in that weird goo stuff to keep himself alive, and the Villeneuve was the big black
Hmm.
ooze. Um,
Yeah.
One thing I will say about the new version, and I hate to say it because I love the dude, I thought Emperor Christopher Walken very underutilized.
I agree. I agree. I feel like they could have had, because they used somebody as iconic as Christopher Walken, I feel like it was kind of a waste not to have him in more scenes.
He's in 3 scenes and he has like what, like 20 lines of dialogue.
And then he's dead.
Yeah,
Like,
which can work in the books because he kind of like he's off screen, he's off there somewhere in the books.
yeah,
But
but if you're going to use somebody like Christopher Walken, there's that expectation
yeah,
that you're going to have them on screen a bit more because Christopher Walken, come on.
and he's very underutilized. Like in the Lynch film, the guy
Yeah.
with the beard. Also, the Westwood games, they got the same actor back because it was set in the same
Mm.
universe. They got as many actors back from the Lynch films. But the the Lynch film, he is this sort of flustered bureaucrat puppet that is needing to
Hmm.
flex to show that he is indeed in power instead of like the Chom Guild and the Spite and the Bene Gesserit and the Landsrad. Like he needs to flex. In the books, he is this dude who doesn't want to be doing the thing. He's far more sympathetic in the books. He actually says he
Yeah.
wishes Duke Leto was his son. But because he's not, he has to make sure the Carino line survives. So he has to kill
Mhm.
the Atreides line. And all
Right.
spoilers for a book series that's decades old, and a movie that's been out a few years, and another movie that's been out for a few years, and so on and so forth. But yeah, no, it's like Shakespeare, you know. Dune is, it's open to many interpretations, many ways to look at it,
Hmm.
but some stand on their legs more than others. And
I also think the second movie made it really apparent the parallels between Dune and Warhammer,
oh yeah,
like
yeah.
the stuff that GW kind of ripped off, dare I say.
No, no, that's the correct word. Just like Starship Troopers, just like oh, I was in reading Wikipedia a few days ago, just on the topic of the Imperium of Man, and I remember seeing inspirations for a few book series I have never heard of before. Old like
Hmm.
70s and 80s like fantasy. The s- the Rim was the Regal King out of a book series is heavily one of the main inspirations of the Emperor from Mankind. And
Huh.
yeah, but I mean, the Emperor is also heavily inspired by Paul and the God Emperor of the Worm
Yes.
Emperor, of course. Um,
Yes, yes, they are supposed to be parallels of each other.
mm.
One is just successful and the other one is not.
Yo, the Emperor wishes he had the fucking the Worm Emperor's level of fucking success. Like
Mm-hmm.
Christ. Although
Yep.
the Emperor wouldn't be the Emperor in the Dune universe because there is no real magic. It's psychic powers that are unlocked via drugs and AI that are
Mm.
too smart for their own good. It's all man-made. The only bit of
Well, I mean,
mystery is in the books. The only bit of mystery is the worm, because it's the only alien in the whole setting is the worm.
it could be argued that also in Warhammer there isn't really magic either, but it is more along the lines of psychic power. Even for things from the warp, it's still
Well, you
like
know, the
psychic
warp is an
manifestation.
artificial construct made by the old ones.
Right.
Um, an endless
But I
battery.
feel like there's so I mean that's kind of a parallel in and of itself too. So, but
Hmm.
oh, speaking of weird things like that, do you remember when I was reading Prospero Burns and I don't think I ever told you there was a name that came up in it that was actually based off of like um apparently a supposedly real person. His name is Caspar Hauser.
Okay.
Yeah, so if you go to the wiki page for Caspar Hauser, fascinating life, by the way, and he may or may not have even been real. Really interesting. But if you go there actually and like look at all of the references to Caspar Hauser, Prospero Burns is actually listed as one of the references that includes his name. Spell it with a K.
There we
It
go.
helps too.
Got a baby face.
Yeah, he may or may not have even been real.
Was a German youth who claimed to have grown up in the total isolation of a darkened cell. Hauser claims and his subsequent death and stab wound sparked much debate and controversy. Theories propounded at the time identifying him as a member of the Grand Ducal House of Baden, hidden away because of royal intrigue. These opinions may or may not have been documented by later investigations. Those have been could have been a fraud. This is a narrative that's actually been used in the past in there was a which like a caliph, and he had this idea that you know the story of the Tower of Babel, right?
Right.
um Men create a tower that will reach heaven, and for their hubris were told forever all their languages were made separate so they couldn't understand each other.
Yep,
um
because prior to that they all spoke the same language
the
united.
language of angels. That's the key thing.
Mm-hmm.
So this
Mm-hmm.
caliph thought that it must be intrinsically natural, very Greek of him. And what he did was he took a bunch of children as soon as they were weaned out and put into a little building that had only a slit to put food in and air, and
Mm-hmm.
they were kept there for I think 12 years. And the idea behind it would be that they were to create their own language. So,
Hmm.
but that language would have been, in theory, the natural language, the language of angels. When they finally came out of it, most of them committed suicide within 5 years because they had no idea how the world worked.
This man claims to have been kept in isolation like
Isolation.
that. That's
That's
really
where,
fascinating.
yeah, it also, of course, he's kind of giving off a Munchausen vibe, if you know the story of the Baron of Munchausen. Um,
That is also the case with Caspar Hauser because you see where it says cause of death stab wound. It
mm.
does not say, however, until you read the article, that that stab wound is self-inflicted.
Oh.
He was trying to get attention, and he claimed that he had been stabbed in a fight. But people think that he had stabbed himself and miscalculated and had done it too deeply, and he ended up accidentally killing himself. It's
It's
actually really it's quite a fascinating read, but I just thought it was really interesting that it was that a character like that was used in Warhammer. Just kind of it's a very tongue-in-cheek reference too until you get to the end of the book and then they start explaining like why that name was used. Um, yeah, might not
uh,
even be the character's real name in Warhammer, but that's what he was called.
also don't forget this is heavily this is very similar to I wonder if they'll mention this, the Count of Monte Cristo,
Yeah.
where the guy had his mask on. Because I didn't know
Hmm.
this when I started. When I you might remember a while back, I signed up for a an online course out of Australia for the French Revolution.
Hmm.
And this was years ago, and I was back when I lived in Dublin. But one thing I did learn out of that was based off a real life rumor slash half remembered thing that the king would at some gatherings would bring a man in an iron mask, the man in the iron mask, and he would
Hmm.
he'd sit them down at a dinner table, and no one was allowed to talk to him, and he wasn't allowed to eat. He was just meant to sit there with the mask on, and then he was taken away. And
Interesting.
there was a lot of theory going around that he was an illegitimate brother of the king,
Hmm.
and he was like torturing him, or he was trying to show him the world he would never have.
Hmm. Very
So,
interesting.
Boris Karloff, profile the man from nowhere. I've heard of the man from nowhere. Robert Heinlein. Oh, um,
A few lines down is mentioning Prospero Burns by Dan Abnett.
Dan. 15 novel,
There you
Horse
go.
Heresy. Um, second part of duology, Graham McNeil's Thousand Son, Burning Prospero, from Space Wolves, narrow human character, Casper Hauser. Focus Moss's
That was a
life
very good book.
experiences. Yeah. There's also a scene in The Burning of Prospero where they recreate the death of Archimedes. Don't disturb my circles.
Hmm.
And that was it was something like don't disturb. It wasn't circles though. It was like don't in the book. It was like don't disturb my equations or something.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. It was a really interesting book. I was surprised. As a Thousand Sons player, I fully expected to be very upset reading that book. And I was upset, but for completely different reasons than I thought I would be. So
yeah. Don't worry, they get a new, better planet with only like 20 of them can appreciate because the rest are all just walking walking suits of armor.
actually that the burning of Prospero itself is not even the part that upset me more than I thought it would. Yeah.
uh,
There is there's a part where Russ tries to talk to Magnus through Casper Hauser. And I never in my entire life thought that I would see Lehman Russ use the word please. It's really sad.
you know, I always this one a little bit more of a serious spoiler, but I always like the fact that he was just gonna let them wipe them out, like wipe out his legion because like he at first he was like fuck it, just go on, wipe, do it, destroy it, and then the rest
Some
of
of the
the
Legion agreed too, if after the fact when they found out, some of them agreed with that also.
yeah. Also, one of the only times where the Nemesis Titans are really brought up.
Yeah.
Those fuckers are brilliant. The first time apparently they're ever used, a whole planet just screamed in terror and mass committed suicide, and it just fired one of its secondary guns.
Yeah.
Like those things are just. I want to see them more often. There should be at least two of those guarding the Imperial Palace. You know, if demons are going to be attacking, those fuckers would be the perfect weapons.
Yeah, no kidding.
Um, but yeah, like I have to go back and rewatch it, and I also have the Siege of Fenris, the big book. I have that as a
Mm.
PDF somewhere. I think it survived the purge, and I have to start reading that at some point. Although unfortunately I can't audiobook it. It is like a lot visual though, so I like that. Because the old Imperial Armor books and the campaign books used to be like that. Which that was some good shit. Anyway, I owe Troy a shot, and I'm too lazy right now to get a shot glass. So I've got my regular glass here. So here you go. Let's launch it, and then we can get in to our sweet boy Cobes, who uploaded a drink combo. What was it, like an hour ago? No, yeah. Um. And we can break down what makes this Lazarus tick. It's a whole lot of drugs. Oh, God, a few more of these, it won't hurt, but for now, ugh. Blech.
Mm-hmm.
I will say
Yep.
though, JD, the honey JD is not the worst, but that will give you the worst heartburn.
Ooh, yeah. It goes down a little bit smoother, but yeah, afterwards the heartburn is terrible.
Oh, and then I can't stand the apple one. I'm not a big fan of apple anyway, so you're already off to a bit of a hard sell on me. Then they put the apple
Only
in it.
whiskey, only whiskey I like is Screwball peanut butter whiskey.
Oh yeah, have you tried? I like sheepdog. That's a good one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Um,
peanut butter whiskey is very good.
that is dangerous. That shit will fucking
Mm-hmm.
destroy you. Last time I had it was with Shulks and Feelgood in Sligo, in the
Yeah, very nice.
yeah, in the Swagman. It's so nice. I wanted some Fireball, and hell, that's ironic because you were there the first day I ever had Fireball. Um,
It's so popular here.
Oh God, that kept me alive on my trip down to you last on the bus. In with my Starbucks. Yeah, yeah, with
Hmm.
extra cinnamon. Sure it is. I mean, technically there was extra cinnamon now. Um, hold on. One more time. Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's get to some Coben.
And fellow YouTubers, it's Friday.
It's Friday.
So we got
He's
some
not
Deep
wrong.
Eddy Ruby Red from Austin, Texas. Real grapefruit. Handcrafted in small batches. It got
Okay,
about a
he's off to an
70
okay
proof.
start. Deep Eddy is
And we're
not
going to
horrible.
mix it with some.
I've said this 1,000 times. He often gets his hand on some pretty top-notch ingredients, especially for his cooking, and then he pisses it away. A little less with his
Yep.
alcohol. You know he's been
Yep.
making mead?
Oh God.
Yeah, it's a long story there. Most of it isn't. I don't think it's ever reached actual levels of alcohol. So as of late, to say that he's been getting him drunk, he's been pouring Everclear into it.
Oh my God. Okay.
Over to his right is a jar, a mason's jar of Skittles mead.
Gross.
He added Skittles to it, and as you can imagine, it's actually looks like one of his better ones because at one point, I shit you not, he put Oreo and peanut butter mead.
That sounds horrific.
Not only is it horrific, it can Oreos can't ferment.
No, that's just gonna get disgusting.
Yeah, it was just this bilge water of shit, and it ended up. He would drink it like straight, and then he'd be like, "Yeah, this is really good, chat." And then when he thought no one was looking, literally when he was sitting right in front of the camera, you'd see him adding in his drink into it to make it alcoholic. Dude,
Ugh.
just admit you don't know what the fuck you're doing.
Mountain
Yeah.
Dew Voltage.
Oh, look, he's
Charged
gonna
with
ruin the
raspberry,
drink. He's
citrus, and
add
ginseng.
Mountain Dew Voltage charged with raspberry, citrus, and
Is that like
ginseng.
a Mountain Dew energy drink? And also the
Yeah,
subtitle did not
Other
spell
natural
ginseng wrong. Or it
flavors.
did not spell ginseng
yeah.
right at all. Like,
He's
oh,
gonna
We
combo
about to
that
find
shit.
out. And if you like the drink combos, subscribe for more.
why did he slap the
Like is
bottom of the
a
bottle?
I don't know, but one thing I noticed, he always shakes his drinks. Always when he has it in his hand, he just like shakes it like when you've got like a milkshake and you gotta shake it, like.
Yeah, I mean, as long as it's not carbonated, I suppose that's fair. But like,
Oh, he drinks
wow.
lots of Prime and Monster, so he does that too.
And if you want a shout out from your boy King Cobra JFS, book me on Cameo. I'll give you a shout out.
Cameo.
Oh Lord, no. I wouldn't. Why would I do? Why would I do that to anyone?
Smells like some alcohol.
I don't know. I mean,
smells like alcohol. No way.
you know, he got kicked out of his apartment, so he's now living in a trailer.
Oh, I did know he got kicked out of his apartment. I did not know that he was living in a trailer.
He's in a trailer park somewhere. He apparently has doxed himself, but I haven't like checked out. It'll come out naturally. But he said that. But he's been like ever since the move. There has been a change with Cobes. I thought maybe it was just because he was tired at first, but he doesn't admit that. He now admits that some of his food isn't the best, which is shocking because everything he'd make was the best thing in the world. And he doesn't stream nearly as much. And apparently he doesn't even drink nearly as much, which is positive. That's a very positive thing. But
I feel like coming to terms with some of reality? That's so strange.
That's what happens when you date Jessica, I suppose.
I guess.
Okay, no, you need... yeah.
I've only got like 2 drinks to mix
like
in,
50,
then
that's
I
about
go half
50,
and half.
Yeah.
Uh-huh, yep.
Yeah, that's just my personal opinion. You may go a little bit softer than what I do, but I go a little ham on my drinking.
Really?
Whoa,
we
okay,
never guessed.
Another realistic admission, though. Like, what is happening?
I don't know. Though he still will like go days without showering, and well, look at that forehead.
I mean, that's just depression. But
as far as I get nice and stiff on the drink, you know.
He doesn't seem like he has that much fun anymore. Like he doesn't.
Well,
I don't know what he did beforehand for fun, but there were times he generally enjoyed himself with Sun. Sun was the last time I really remember enjoying himself.
Yeah, I feel like there's only so much of this you can do and still have it be fun.
I don't know. I mean, I would get drunk every Wednesday on stream, and I'd always be able to roll that dice. Although for him, it would always be like multiple days, and when he wouldn't drink, he'd get pouty.
Yeah. He also was like doing meth at one point, and the food he makes is also like horrifying. And yeah.
Not only that, you know those giant meals that he used to make. He would make that, and then that's all he'd eat for about 3 days.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, that's why that's why ironically, like he'd be going on saying, "Look how fat I am. You're all making fun of me because I'm a fat ass. You're actually not that fat, man. You should be a morbidly obese sack of shit, but you're not. You're probably are low on every vitamin and mineral you need to live a healthy life, but you're not fat.
Almost guaranteed he's like not getting correct nutrition though, for sure.
Oh no, like he's hey Nichelle Cook, good to see you. Yeah, no, he is just I think the term disheveled is very good.
That's apt
for Cobb. Yeah.
Stiff on the drink.
Look at that diabetes. My God. Hey, it's his
prostate. The Mountain Dew flavor on its own is actually not horrible, but I'm not sure what's up with like the ginseng and stuff. I'm guessing this is like I don't know, is it like an energy drink version of it? Because I wasn't aware that there was like a ginseng flavor in Voltage. If anybody in chat knows, please correct me.
He's been drinking more Monster Mountain energy drinks and like Prime, and I'm almost thinking, is he trying to find an alternative? Because I never see him drink coffee or tea or anything, and I'm just thinking,
dude, is he drinking like the canned version of Prime?
Yeah, no, he's drinking the bottles, but all types of the bottles.
Okay. Woo, all right, because like honestly, if he was drinking the canned version, I'd be a little bit worried about, like more worried than usual about him, because that stuff has a stupid amount of caffeine in it.
Didn't it get like reclassified by the FDA recently?
I'm not sure, but I know that in a 12-ounce can of this stuff, there are 200 milligrams of caffeine, and a 20-ounce Red Bull, which is the biggest size they make for Red Bull,
Mm-hmm.
doesn't even have that much. It's only like 151 milligrams for 20 ounces in Red
Yeah,
Bull.
I remember reading that
It's
because it reminded me
it's insane.
of Rocket Fuel, which used to be sold over
Hmm.
here, and it proudly said it had the same as 8 cups of coffee in it, and it got pulled for causing some kid a heart attack.
Yeah, I'm
Um,
sure.
yeah, it was. I think it's still sold on all places in Israel.
Huh.
So you know, I'm glad the founder of Rocket Fuel can keep his dream alive, unlike anyone drinking
Yeah,
it. Maybe that explains
right.
what's going on with the IDF right now. They're all buzzed out of their head. I shouldn't have made that. I shouldn't have made that prostate reference because the more I watch it like half cut out all the time, I'm like, this dude has all the diabetes. He probably isn't being
Yeah,
diagnosed, but he has to have it. Because when he does
yeah.
eat, it's nothing but sugar and fucking fats. Like where I can't remember the last time he ate a vegetable, except maybe that time someone gave him $100 to eat a vegetable, and he didn't have any on hand, so he found an old DoorDash, and on the side of it, of like the old carton, and on the side of it was like a bit of old celery, and he started nibbling on
Oh,
that. Yeah, it was a
gross.
week old. A week old piece of celery. Now,
Wow.
would you eat a week old piece of celery for $100? Uh,
Absolutely not.
I'm a whore, so yeah, maybe.
No, I would not. Nope. a
Ask
hundred
me.
dollars is not worth me getting sick over. No, I think I make more than that in a shift at work, so I that is not worth it.
Ooh, la di da. Somebody's too good for salmonella.
So maybe looking kind of, that's a weird looking color of drink for sure.
I don't know. Like
So
I
it's
said,
def
it probably
I
looks
mean,
like your urine right now.
it's like a watery purple,
It
so that's
smells interesting
disturbing.
enough.
Purple drank. It's lean. He's
Mm.
created lean.
Yeah,
I'm surprised he never went down the lean route.
right?
Hmm.
Oh, now here's the thing. Old Cobes would say this is pretty fucking great, Tubes, but he seems to be holding off on it.
Contemplating.
That's definitely got a holy shit burn to it. Yeah.
It's the half a glass of vodka, my
The mix
man.
just right for my taste.
Yeah, look at the joy on your face. My God.
Mm.
When I was like 19, that's how I would have mixed my drink, but now I definitely have dialed it back a lot.
I'm kind of in agreement with you in spirits, but in reality, spirits is kind of still important to me when I'm making drinks like that. But the thing is that like, I remember the last time I actually made a cocktail. It might have involved Fireball. I think it was Christmas. I think I made a cocktail
I
around
just like
about Christmas.
I just like balancing them for taste, and sometimes too much alcohol overbalances the taste. So, you know.
Mm-hmm. Oh no, I 100% agree with you. I've always liked my cocktails to have a good percentage because I remember when I was in my college years, I used to go to this bar that would, for €10, would get you a picture of any of their cocktails, and it was all
Yeah.
'90s wine mom cocktails. You know, Long Island iced tea, Sex on the Beach, Blue
Yeah.
Lagoons. Good shit if you're out on a hen's night. You know.
Oh yeah,
And
for sure.
I used to get a Long Island iced tea because it was the only one that didn't necessarily come with ice. Rather, it would be
Mm.
freezing cold, and you'd be more likely to get alcohol in it. So I would end
Oh
up
yeah.
getting fucking trashed on that, and they would if you bought one of those, you'd get a free side order of food, and they used to do these trays of these super tangy cocktail sausages on a bed of fries. So
Mm.
I would get that for free along with my picture of it. And this was like a Brazilian restaurant. It's still open. It's called Woolshed, and
Hmm.
it's a great place. They do this crazy ass food platter. I went out with a lady one time too. And it's so cool. And I that used to be like a ritual for me after college on Fridays before we'd go up to like Fibbers. It was so
Yeah.
great. Nowadays, I think I looked at their picture price and I think they start at 20.
Jeez.
So yeah,
That is an interesting combination
and
of
no
flavors.
fiddly fingers. That was the name of the food. None of that anymore.
YouTube. The vodka
Fiddly
is like
fingers.
grapefruit flavored,
It
and
sounds like such a fun way of saying you're fingering someone. I'm gonna fiddle you with my fingers. Diddly diddly dee.
like I
Oh my
ordered
god.
some blueberry.
Leprechaun.
Leperlingus.
Vodka.
No, that sounds like an airline. That sounds like an airline.
Oh.
For
Oh,
a drink
stroke me,
combo,
Clover.
and they were out, so they substituted
Don't worry, guys. I'm Irish. I can get away with this. If any of you tried it, you'd be racist as fuck.
it with the grapefruit one, which is fine by me, you know.
Oh yeah, yeah. You clearly sound like you're loving
Okay.
it.
That's
That
a
is the
weird sub,
weirdest
though. I'm
color,
sorry.
too.
He ordered blueberry, and they gave him red grapefruit. That is not even remotely the same flavor.
You think it's slowly shifting over to AI?
Ugh, I don't know.
Like, I don't
Probably.
know, is it like a purple, a pink, or a brown, or a blue,
Filled
or
by
what?
people.
Let's validate our parking.
What?
What did he say? Let's validate our parking.
Yeah.
What is? I don't know what that means, Cobes.
You look like your doctor just says you best get your will in order.
Yeah, and he's just having a stiff drink over it. That's exactly what it looks like.
Like, fuck's sake,
Oh.
man. Why drink
That,
if you're
like-
not gonna have fun? What the
That
hell?
long time. Oh man.
He's been
Oh.
struggling for money since the move, but in the last video he did, he actually we'll show it. But let's just say he made some very important purchases that were, while incredibly expensive, I'm sure will balance it out.
Not bad.
Parking not
The
bad.
taste of that is
The subtitles are really laggy, I think.
That burn though. Surprisingly, the sourness of like the bitters, like you know how grapefruit's got like that like sour taste.
Yeah, I like
You can
that
definitely
taste.
taste that coming through with the Deep
citrus.
Eddy Ruby Red vodka from Austin, Texas.
Well, good on you, Deep Eddy, because you're apparently nailing the
in small
flavor of red
batches.
grapefruit.
Your demographic is very happy. Stop crying, Eddie. Stop crying, please.
And it definitely tastes like grapefruit. Just like spot on, nailed the taste. Without like,
Hey, there you go.
you would take a bite out of grapefruit.
No, and neither have you.
No.
Put no sugar on it.
Yes,
and
I
it's got
have,
that,
with a lot of sugar.
grapefruity-esque-
No, I mean I have as well, but I can't imagine him ever eating a fruit.
Ugh.
So,
I'll be back in like 2 seconds. Sorry, one
This
sec.
has that 1000%. Very sour. A little bit of sweetness, but pretty much sour. I wouldn't say bitter. I don't know why I said that earlier. But when you mix it with the Mountain Dew Voltage, it adds like a berry sweetness to it. Overall, it's not an unpleasant drink combo. I've certainly had worse combos in my day.
yes, it sounds like it's one that I'm going to get up right now and go and get. Except I'm not, because I want to have a drink that tastes like I want it to drink. So I'm gonna go, and before she gets back, I'm gonna boot up. Where? Wait a minute, he didn't do another drink combo, did he?
So sorry, I had to step away for like half a second. I'm back.
That's all right.
I could still hear though.
we're kind of spoiled for choice right now, so we can jump around to different videos. And as always, it's always better to watch King Cobra through the fantastic work of Boglin Chronicles.
There we go.
So, besides which, he gives a soundtrack. We'll get away from cobes after this.
Oh, what game franchise is that music from?
That's Sonic.
That's what I was thinking. I was about to say, is that Sonic?
Oh, you can tell like when certain what certain music is from what certain consoles. I can always spot the difference between a Nintendo and a Sega, but other people can go way more than that. They can find like 3DOs. Like, who the fuck even remembers a 3DO, let alone going, I recognize those MIDI tunes anywhere.
The Prime Cherry Freeze with the mango peach body armor.
Can I just say, texturally, I hate Prime.
Drink Prime, drink Prime.
Oh my god. Damn it, Flash Kids.
Well, at the end of it, they're just glaring each other down. They have to strangle each other.
Drink Prime?
Just falls into it and just.
No, but have you ever tried it though? The texture is.
I tried the one that's like multicolored, the multicolored bottle.
The like red, white, and blue one.
Yeah.
It's bomb pop flavored.
It's not. I've had worse, but I don't see the appeal.
No, for me, it's the texture. I hate how thick it is. It feels like I'm drinking like
syrup.
Jello still in its liquid state before it like sets in the fridge. It feels like I'm just drinking Jello. I don't like it.
But I got a package of goodies. I ordered like $200 worth of tactical soap products.
$200 worth of tactical soap.
It didn't work.
Remember, tactical soap is the stuff that he thinks got him laid after 8 years of using it, and it's it's full of pheromones for women, and it's got
using soap at all is a step in the right direction.
As Sun said, one of the first things I asked him was, does Cobes smell? And Sun said no. He showers. Yeah, I was shocked too. Although apparently, maybe he was only doing that because he knew he had company.
Oh, that could be too. Yeah.
Yeah, but no, he keeps thinking like tactical soap will fix him, and it's like names like Bond and Durden and Fight Club. Like it's Maverick. It's the most overly compensating. I bought thanks to chat. I bought a bar of it, and it was the most lame mid. It smelled like cedarwood. It smelled like the average soap you'd get anywhere. It was $30.
What the fuck?
For one bar that fell apart in under 10 uses.
Christ. Wow, they're starting to do to men what they've been doing to women's products for years, making them uselessly expensive.
And Cobes is the pioneer. He's the he is the Gwyneth Paltrow for the Andrew Tate world.
Goop. Men's goop.
Goop. Coops.
Sorry, I rescind that. I regret saying the phrase men's goop.
Eat it up, you dirty bear, you.
I was like,
poor MM.
And I swear,
they must have on the episode of Herogasm. They must have been having the best time on set.
Oh, I'm sure that was probably such a fun episode to shoot.
I should look up at the bloopers and like the deleted scenes because there must have been so much goofiness going on.
Yeah, there has to have been.
They have to keep a straight face. For example, the guy just casually walking past him at one point whose dick is on fire.
Mm-hmm.
He's just dick is
like
on
what?
Fire. Or the ice dude who was creating like the ice dildo to put inside the hooker.
Right. Ow, frostbite. Fuck.
Well, she apparently didn't like it either.
Yeah, no, because that would hurt. That would be instant frostbite, dude.
What was it?
Places that are never exposed to cold.
Welcome to the lair of welcome to the boudoir of the Snow Queen. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Cologne
Classic
sticks.
Oklahoma.
Maverick number 3.
Cologne sticks.
Yep,
Oh, okay. Okay, that makes
$20.
sense.
God of War pheromone beard oil for making your
God
beard
of
nice and
War
soft.
pheromone beard oil, $40.
Holy
The
crap,
deodorants.
dude!
I'm trying out their deodorant now.
So like a spray or a
$30 for
stick?
pheromone infused deodorant.
Good God,
And of
this is
course, we got
what?
the body butter, which is great for after a shower. You wash your skin, or rub it over your skin after a shower. Makes your skin really soft.
Yes, it's lotion. Really overpriced
And then, of course,
lotion.
we got the soap. My personal favorites.
He used to say, I've still got the box of mine somewhere. I'm never losing that shit. He used to say, not a sponsor, tubes, and then I shit you not, they actually reached out and made him a sponsor. 10% off in the description.
Can
Use
I
King
just
Cobra.
can I just say that actually I'm impressed that he actually always has his nails painted when he streams.
Oh,
I
but
don't
here,
even keep up on my nail
no,
polish
no.
that well.
Sometimes, right now, his nails are good, but he's been on stream numerous times where his nails are just like falling apart, just like
Oh.
color wise, and he's had that for weeks. And I think again, he hears the criticism, and he's like, "I'll show you. You can't make fun of me now because I'm gonna paint my nails, dude. Don't do it for that reason. Do it because you want to keep an aesthetic and look clean."
Yeah, I mean, do it because you like doing it. Don't do it because other people make you feel that you have to. That, like,
Yeah.
man, yeah.
It's why he start like he'll always start bringing up what other people say about him, which means that he
No,
does
man.
look at streams. According to Raisin, he's looked at my streams a few times when I've mentioned him.
Honestly, I actually do kind of feel bad, like in a way, because like he really shouldn't. He shouldn't base himself and how he expresses himself on how other people receive him. It's a really unfortunate byproduct of being on the internet a lot too.
And being
And like,
autistic, don't forget that.
well, but I mean, even if you're, I mean, like,
No, he takes everything anyone says so personally.
yeah, I mean, that's what I mean though. Like, that's really unfortunate. Like, I feel bad that it's like that for him because like he shouldn't. Even if you're weird, you shouldn't base your self-worth on what other people see you as.
Oh,
Like,
like here's the thing. We love the idea of cobes, but the reality, it's like he's taken that idea and then given it a heroin addiction. Like, treat
yeah, like
yourself
I don't know.
better, man. Like,
It
we
would be it
actually
would be better
like you.
if it would be better if this was just an online persona and not his real life.
Right? Like, he's been banned from so many places. One Christmas, he got thrown into the drunk tank after starting a fight in a Juggenloaf, which I will never stop laughing. The idea of a store being called Juggenloaf.
Oh Jesus.
Where King Cobra on Christmas Eve, shit-faced, having a fight with his dad, threatening to kill people with a knife. Oh,
Wow.
no. Oh, yeah. Yeah, there is a darkness to this fucker. Such a
Oh, I
darkness.
know.
And he's everything about him is always on display, and he always thinks that it's like trolls hacking him and shit. No, he admits it. He just outright tells us. Like, we
Yeah,
know
like
he has no control. He has no off switch except for nowadays, where for the first time ever, I'm seeing Cobes actually being aware, but he's doing it again for the wrong reason. Don't be aware because you're feeling self-conscious. Be aware because
no.
you want to do better.
Yeah, exactly.
Who cares? Because he thinks anyone who criticizes him for the slightest thing is a troll. There are people out there who tell you, for example, stop doing Duster. That wasn't them being trolls. That was you actually doing something that could kill you really easily.
Yeah, people giving a shit about you isn't people trolling you, man. Like even if you don't know the people,
You're
it's still
all
possible
making
for human
fun of
beings.
me.
Nah, man,
No,
human beings just care about other human beings. Like it is becoming less apparent, but I still think that people care about other people even if they don't really know them.
he
And
does
like,
have people in his community who hate his guts and want to see him die. There is a
but the
small community of that, but it's not the majority of people who talk to him. Most of us
no,
come from the spectacle, and a few
yeah,
genuinely want to create a shield about him. Now, I personally think sometimes that shield can become an enabling tool to let his worst habits come out. But
yeah.
at the same time, that's why I'm critical to him. But I don't want to see him hurt. I do think that the state needs to step in. That's what I've always thought with him, and I'll always say it. I think that there needs to be some sort of court ruling on him because he is a bit of a menace to himself and, frankly, to the community too. Like
Yeah.
he is. Did you ever see the footage of him
Unfortunately,
shit faced in his apartment loading a shotgun?
unfortunately, though, the way that the systems work here, nothing will happen unless he actually does hurt someone else or himself.
Well,
Yeah,
like I said, that
they don't
he
do
was
any.
loading a shotgun, and he's often
No,
punched
I mean,
walls, like
if
destroyed his.
somebody called like a wellness check on him and had the police sent to his place to make sure that he was okay,
A
that's
lot of
really the only
wellness
thing.
checks have been sent
But
over the years.
that's the only thing they can really do, though. Like the state can't, they don't really have the ability to step in and do anything like that because he is an adult and he doesn't have somebody else who is considered like his guardian or something, from what I can
His
see.
dad, Clint, he is the big guy who could
Is his
change everything.
But is his dad actually like legally his guardian still, or is he just his dad? That's the thing, because like
I
Cobes
think
is a legal adult.
true. And his dad said that he didn't want to be his legal guardian. So
Yeah,
that's
so
if Mango was here, we'd both be tag teaming against Clint right now because we have some strong opinions on him just letting his dad letting Cobes just go off to become the creature he is today. And it's
no, I
just
agree with that.
like it is I I do think that Clint should have not manned up and it's been like, right, you can't survive out there in your current state. You need to get help. So I'm gonna
Yeah,
go and I'm gonna get this court order, and you are going to have a live-in nurse, and you're going to go to therapy, and you're going to cut back, if not outright stopping the drinking, at
yeah.
least till you
But,
reach a point of like maturity.
but that's actually the only way that that would ever happen, because there is no power of the state to step in on their own. They have to have somebody that prompts them to do so.
Or if
So
Cobes crosses a line, which has come close a
right,
couple of
right,
times now.
or if if he gets put in jail or something. But like, yeah, up until that point, they literally can't do anything until he actually breaks the law or something like that.
Yeah, it's over here. I think Cobes, if he'd have lived out in the countryside and not really interacted with people, maybe he might have flown under the radar. But in Dublin, he would have been taken away a long time ago.
Yeah.
And I honestly think that would have been for the best. I know that goes against the whole idea of American freedoms and all that shit, but the guy, I mean, look at him. He is not going to see 60.
Well, and I know it's a cliche, but freedom has responsibility.
Yeah.
You can't just do whatever you want.
Would
It's
be
not
this
good for
central
you at a certain point.
Freedom isn't free. It costs a hefty fucking fee.
right here. Bond
Bucko
number
5, if
one,
you will.
excellent choice.
Bucko 5.
Oh, it smells amazing. And
Bucko
I got 3 other
5.
sets, 3 more here too as well. And the Bond number 3, check that out.
I think it's cool that the soap is black.
Nice.
I wonder if it
Yeah,
has like activated charcoal in
There
it.
we go. Got the deodorant open.
it does. I decided on the.
Don't need
Where's the
this piece.
box? I think I decided on the Maverick or the Durden.
I share deodorant with my husband. That's about it.
I got
That's
some
so
nice
ridiculous.
deodorants. I know,
That
right?
was over $100 fucking. Also, I just wear
Listen,
Old Spice. It's nothing
The sweats
fancy.
and the old pins.
200.
$200.
Deodorant smells
Jesus.
just like
You
Bond
know how
And
much?
number 1.
he has a
You know how much?
promo code.
You know how much
Check that
Warhammer
out.
stuff I can get for $200?
Beautiful.
Like 2 boxes of stuff.
I was gonna say 8 miniatures. Wow.
Basically.
What
Level
could
complete.
Cobra be doing with all these
Now
little
this
Making.
was his cooking food. This was his cooking video that we watched on Sunday with Feel Good and Cersei.
ingredients?
What did he make?
Pinwheels.
You're
Bacon.
about to
What is
find
that? Is
out.
that
So
like
I'm going to
bacon fat?
attempt to
Like
make
rendered
Yep.
lard that you can buy?
Yes, it is. That's exactly
That's
what it
actually
is.
incredible. That is so cool for cooking. I gotta look for some of that.
Bacon up. Be sure to use it proportional because he uses like half the tub per recipe.
Yeah, no, I'm not trying to die. I just think it would be nice to use bacon lard for some stuff because sometimes the flavor is awesome.
Foreshadow. You see the bacon bits here?
Oh no.
Get this.
Ugh.
And the Philly, 2 packs and 2 jars was not apparently enough to make what he's going to make here.
Make some
And
pinwheel
the butter.
sandwiches. It's a really popular.
He loves Country Crock, although he also has to remind people not a sponsor, tubes.
Oh, actually, sorry, let me correct myself. Country Crock is not butter, it's margarine. I use it too, but it's margarine. Vegetable oil spread.
I love how in America you can get Kerrygold. I love how that's an export we have brought
Yes.
over. That is
Yes.
a good solid butter right there. We can get better tier butters, but most people agree that if you're gonna get yourself real butter, just get yourself a stick of Kerrygold. You'll find it in every shop.
Dude, even Walmart carries Kerrygold. Yep, I see it all the time.
I wonder if it's licensed for over there, or you do get it from the States.
Oh, Bush Light Peach is actually not bad. All right.
Oh no, come on.
I live in the Midwest, my dude. Like, Bush
And
Light is a very common beer.
I know, and so is Banquet, but both of those are not good beers.
Hey man, it's not like I'm drinking PBR. At least it's Peach Bush.
Oh, look at you throwing shade at Pete. Maybe some people only had $1 and they were in a store and they had a beer for $1. Have you ever thought about that?
Look, I'm not knocking the flavor. I'm just saying that there are cheaper beers than Bush, and Bush just tastes like fucking water. I don't mind light beer if I want to drink a beer fast.
I don't see the appeal of light beer, because for me a beer obviously needs to get me drunk, but also I don't hate the taste of beer. I mean, I love a really hoppy beer, so IPAs are my jam. It
can be really refreshing in the summer when you want more water than alcohol, but you still want a little bit of the booze flavor. Like a really nice cold light beer.
You would have a fantastic tan going to one of those all-inclusive Spanish resorts where all the food and drink is comped, and you would just sit by the pool and listen to something on your headphones, occasionally jumping into the pool and getting unlimited crappy beer just pumped right into you at all times.
And fending off all of the random people that would be hitting on me. Yep.
You know what? On really hot days, I've noticed there's a sort of a universal agreement that horniness can wait. To the point where, I swear to fucking Christ, I was in Turkey in Izmir, and we all had our own little bungalows with our own pools. It was great. But the person next to us was, I shit you not, a Russian supermodel. And she went bare ass naked to tan, and it was too hot to ogle her.
Oh, that's so upsetting. I'm sorry.
I don't know how she could tan. It was so hot. We were in the pool and we were all just like, no, we have to go back inside. And I looked over across the little hedgerow over to her pool. She was just there, bare ass naked, with it just facing upright. And you know what I thought? Oh my god, that woman is dead. Like, she's not moving. She's got her shades on and nothing else. And I'm just there like, she died. I'm going to come back out this evening and that corpse is just going to be there, wizened in the sun. No, she was gone. Bro. She was fine. And it was just, that's how hot it was. Though saying that, after you go over to the bar to restock, then you might get hit on. But here's the thing. There'll be plenty of guys in swimming trunks coming out of the pool to drink too. What's wrong with that?
Nothing at all. Looking is fine. I just don't ever say anything to the people that I'm staring at when I'm doing that in public.
That's why you've got the giant shades on. The universal. Where are the eyes going? Oh, they're going all over, but you'll never know.
Anyways,
that's exactly right. You put on like, guess who I'm looking at?
Cream cheese.
Oh, the cream cheese. Philadelphia.
This thing that he's making would absolutely destroy my gut. I cannot. I am lactose intolerant, and it hurts to watch this.
He's making pinwheels, by the way.
I mean, does he not know that he can just open the rest of that foil?
Yeah, he has
it opens all the way.
Look at it! Look at it!
My dude, just
steal
the foil the rest.
As I said on Sunday, he is literally doing what he will be doing on the toilet later.
But he's it's so much harder than
First,
it
I
used
mean,
to
coming
be.
off smoothly, but it is what it is.
Bro.
Get as much
Oh
of it
my
out
god,
as we
please stop doing that
can.
with your hands. Do you not own a spoon? What is fucking wrong with you?
And this don't require any sort
Oh,
of...
it gets better later when he, let's just say he improvises. But you know he doesn't wash his hands before doing this.
Let me
Cooking at
just
all,
get a
really. You
fistful of
just
cream cheese real quick.
make them,
And also, as Krendar points out, he never takes his rings off.
and then you roll
Yeah,
them
that's
up in the
also
plastic
gross.
wrap and
I
put
wear
them
a
in the
big ass ring
fridge.
too, and when I cook,
You
I
know, if
take
you're
it
a
off.
company coming over, if you're...
Oh, get this though. You know he makes wands, right?
Yeah, I know.
You know when he does, when he's working the lathe, he doesn't take off his rings or his necklaces.
That is insane. He is gonna
And he
fucking kill
often
himself.
does it while drunk.
Oh my god. Okay, that
Easy
is
to
so
make
scary.
snack.
That is terrible.
I know the guy who sent
Take
him
them
that
out of the
lathe, by the
fridge
way.
and
Look at
after a
that. He
couple...
keeps a knife with him. Remember I told him he got himself in trouble with a knife? Son
Yeah.
said they were waiting for him to come downstairs. He was basically stimming because he had to go outside. And when he finally came downstairs, a car pulled in a little too close to his liking, and he kind of just when it pulled away, he took out his knife and started muttering, "How you want to fucking try me? You want to fucking try me?" to the guy in the car.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh my.
he keeps a knife. Yeah, Son didn't see a problem with that. I fucking well did. But
Is it like, what kind of knife is it?
it's a
Is my
switch. It's a
question.
switch.
Oh.
And he's using it to open all the food. He doesn't clean that thing either. Rather than him going, he thinks it's cool to carry a knife with him, and when he goes, it needs a knife. Then go into the kitchen, which he's in. He just takes out his knife and starts cutting that up.
Flowers and
Fun fact,
just slice
switchblades
them
are
up
not legal where I live.
into like
You
little...
cannot have blades that open automatically like that with like a button. You can have a knife that
it's a
has like a
folding.
little like a lever on the back that manually opens the knife blade. Like if you press it down, like as a lever, it opens as a simple machine. But you cannot have like anything that is like spring loaded or anything like that, like a switchblade.
My
That is not
bad. It
legal.
is a folding knife. You can see there the little
Mhm.
gear thing. But over here, you know what you can't legally have without a license. Though you can still pick them up if you can cheat your way. You can't get a straight edge razor.
Interestingly, you do not need any sort of license or permit to own swords here, but you can't
Same with
carry.
feel good.
Actually, also, another interesting fact about our laws regarding carrying blades, you can't conceal a blade that is over 6 inches in its entire length. So, like, if the blade and the handle is more than 6 inches, you can't conceal that. But there is a loophole that implies if I wanted to walk down the street with a katana on my hip, that is absolutely allowed because it is not a concealed blade.
I
Wild.
wonder what the rules are for the Yakuza in Tokyo, because they, of course, they don't have access as easy to guns. I mean, they have guns, but so but they always use samurai swords because they're just so easy to get.
I think for ceremonial purposes you can carry swords around in Japan, but you can't just carry them around casually down the street.
All right.
That's been illegal since the 19th century.
Circles, like sushi slices, kind of. Basically,
kind of.
I mean, he's not wrong. That is how you cut pinwheels after you make them.
Just heads up in advance. He makes one look right. They actually don't look the worst, though some do break up, but he's not happy with them.
I made my own sushi once and put way too much wasabi in it, and I thought I was gonna die.
Well, that's a very common mistake.
That was when I was like 16. I tried it when I was at home, and I could not drink enough milk. It was awful.
See, that's a bit cleaner, isn't it? I should have done that in the first place. It's all good, though.
There, he's learning.
Garlic powder in there.
Yeah. Cobes, you should just invest in minced garlic, my dude. It's so much better than the powder.
We were talking about this with Mango. I only recently found out the term, what was it, jarlic? And what I use is garlic powder and garlic salts. And that's because while, yes, it is better to get it fresh or in little baggies and shit. It's just cheaper and it lasts longer.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not disagreeing with that at all. I keep a little jar of minced garlic in my fridge though, and that shit lasts so long. But I also use a lot of garlic and stuff, so.
Well, as you might have seen from the cooking tab on Discord, I've got a lot of rice and tuna in my near future, so I won't be using the garlic all that much.
That's fair. That's fair. Throw in some onions though. That won't be too bad with the tuna. I know that sounds disgusting, but it won't. It's not that bad actually.
I'm already ahead of you. I've got this this pasta sauce, and it's got it actually does have a little bit of garlic in it, but it's an
Nice.
onion and pasta sauce, and I'm gonna also put a sprig of chili powder in with it as well, and that'll be infused into the pot as it's being cooked, and that'll be my meal.
Sounds good.
Yeah, it's,
We had manwich.
Oh, nice. Oh, Son and I apparently eat very similar, and he said what he does, he makes his own sauce, but sometimes he just gets the what are they called, like banana peppers?
Oh yeah.
They're
not too hot, but they have a little kick.
Yeah, he gets one of them and he just eats that while the meal is cooking, and then he cleanses his palate with the protein and the rice.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, so it's.
I mean, peppers can be pretty good for you. They have a lot of like vitamins and minerals and
great
stuff.
for your
If you
skin,
like,
isn't it?
Yeah, they are.
For a little bit of color, we're gonna add some cilantro.
Convinced he's a medieval peasant and doesn't own utensils.
You just have a part of him probably would love to have just a big fire pit where there's like a stew bubbling at all times.
Like, could he not? Like, he doesn't even have to use multiple ones. He could just use a spoon on all of this, and it would be much better than him just scooping it with his hands.
Yeah, I love what he does. He sometimes gets like, he sometimes pours it out into his hands and then dumps it in and then takes a little bit more and very delicately sprinkles that extra on top.
Make it rain, bacon bits, bitch.
Make it rain, bacon bits, bitch. Well, next time we meet up and we're going for drinks, you know as well as I do, I gotta scream that at you when we're absolutely shit.
Yes, please.
I'm
gonna start saying it with you.
Oh, yeah, you gotta say it to me. And I'm just picturing now, I'm leaning down to say it to you, but when you say it to me, you gotta like get on your tippy toes to shout in my ear.
We'll go to the Max and we'll get way too much pussy juice because that's a delicious ass drink, and then I'll shout that at you.
I've also heard of a unicorn jizz. I hear that's pretty good.
Oh man, haven't had that one, but yeah, I don't even know what's in pussy juice from the Max, but like that is like one of the best cocktails I've ever had in my life. It's delicious.
I will say that the traditional gay cocktails can be some of the tastiest motherfuckers you will ever have, except for the classic appletini if done wrong, because then it gets too acidy. If you fuck it up.
I'm not really a big fan of like martinis in general. I'd rather it tastes like Kool-Aid and I get fucked up on it because I drank too much of it without realizing there was alcohol in it.
Wow, I didn't realize how white trash you were, but there we go.
Yes. I was born in Council Bluff.
Yeah.
There were houses that were condemned, but also had been smashed in when we went there last.
So like 2 containers.
Look at him! Look, he's just...
bits.
And apparently that wasn't enough for this.
This no. Yes, don't eat the silica gel, my dude.
Old Cobes would have. He got 30 packets of cat food, and he said, "You all think you all making fun of me, aren't you? Ha ha ha! Let's make fun of Cobes." He went into the kitchen. He came out with 2 slices of bread, and he ate them. He ate some cat food on bread.
Gross.
And he did it to own the trolls.
Why?
Because he's autistic. I'm not insulting the dude. He actually is autistic. He doesn't understand certain things. But I'm autistic, and so is Mango, and so is fucking Vosh. And you wouldn't see us fucking eating cat food to own the trolls.
Jesus, no. I mean, There's different types of autism. That's why it's a
I
spectrum.
did say we could
Yeah,
have
and
some
he
other
has it way
ingredients.
worse.
Some bacon up.
Here you go.
We've been
bacon
joking
up.
lately that I
This
have
stuff is
autism because I
bacon grease
really enjoy putting
in
together
a
Warhammer
jar. This
minis.
is artery clogging good shit
Oh
right
no, you're just gay.
here. So I want to put
Yeah, true.
about that much in there. You think?
It looks so much like butter. That's weird.
I know, right? He often uses I've seen him use a recipe where he uses this, country crock, all the bacon bits, and then uses actual bacon.
Huh.
It's a bit
Bacon
overkill.
flavored bacon.
Bacon,
Yeah.
butter flavored bacon flavored bits bacon.
Ugh.
It's just like a whole family of pigs died.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit more. We don't need a whole lot of that stuff because we're gonna also add country crock to it for extra flavor.
Extra flavor.
Country crock original.
Original.
Going in.
I am mystified by the tattoo on his forearm that is like the early 2000s
Yes,
thing
that
with
also
something
looks like
else.
a dick.
Yeah, like what is that? I'm very fascinated by that.
I forget. He's explained before what it is, but I forget what it is. Too bad Mango isn't here. She's like a cobes historian, but she's not on. If Boglin Reacts would have also been a good choice to have on tonight.
Dang.
Oh shit! You were meant to be on with Mango last time, weren't you?
Yeah, I was. I just, oh man, there was way too much stuff going on. It was crazy. I'm so glad all that stuff is done. Next time, though.
That's yeah. But that's also obviously don't need to go into details, but all's cool there.
Yeah, everything is cool. Everything's been great so far. So yeah, it's
great to hear it. Great to hear it.
Yeah, no kidding.
That was scary.
Dab like that.
Mm-hmm.
Not as scary as eating this though.
Some mozzarella cheese.
They see this Lucerne, isn't that the name of it?
Huh.
The cheese.
I've never heard of this brand. I wonder if it's local for him.
I think it might be, but the thing is, he used to call it Ukraine or Lucraine. Lucraine cheese, yeah.
Just sprinkle it down in there.
Sprinkle it, dump in. Sprinkle it, dump in.
You're gonna use the whole bag, Cobes. Don't fool yourself. Just dump the damn thing in.
Just admit it. More, there you go, more cheese.
Oh, okay. I see we're doing half and half, so it's a different type. So we don't need too much of that. We've already passed that point.
It's already crested the fucking bowl. We don't need too much of that.
This could still be a salvageable dish. It depends on what he does with it. Could have at least heated up the cream cheese or something so it's a bit easier to mix.
He could have done a lot of things.
Yeah. Shoulda, woulda, shoulda.
And I know what my fucking trolls are gonna text me on the burner numbers. Way to ruin pinwheels, you fucking retard. And it's like, hey man, thanks for watching my cooking video, you dumb piece of shit.
Their actual numbers? Like, are you shitting me?
Yeah, like he has like when I said he has trolls, he has multi-tiered trolls. We would technically count as like troll adjacent by or like outright troll, depending on what we're saying. But there are people who like wake up and like have multiple burner numbers and burner accounts and just go to town on them.
This is fair though as an assessment because, to be honest, I don't think we've ever not talked shit on Cobes. Like at least a little bit.
Oh, I sometimes go balls even. I've pissed myself laughing on some of the worst moments in his life because they're so bad. Like one time he got like 4 wellness checks, 2 neighbors called, and he punched a wall and he couldn't even remember what day it was. It was like 4 o'clock in the morning and he's like, it's Tuesday and it was like Friday.
I do feel bad for him, but he puts himself in this situation by being on the internet.
And he's hardly like a good guy in many respects. Like he's been he had this girl who liked him, not as a sexual way, but he sure as fuck did. She eventually got creeped out by him. He says it was the trolls. She said, you just scare me. And he instead of stalking her, what he did was he befriended her parents, who were both like winos, and they started hanging out with him to get free wine.
Oh my god.
Yeah, just so he'd
What a
go over to her
nightmare.
house. Until eventually she told him, "Don't come around to my house anymore, or else I'll get the law involved." And he stopped doing that. And then he said the trolls drove her away. You
Yeah,
see
the
what's going
trolls
on? This
did.
is what I'm saying. Like, fuck you, Josh, not Cobes, Josh. Go fuck
Yeah,
off. You did this. You're the one that
yeah,
did Duster. You're the one who thought that Jessica was a good idea for a fucking girlfriend when she's the reason you got evicted. You
yeah,
you you
man.
loaded a fucking shotgun while drunk in a tiny little apartment, and had the cops called numerous times and punched a hole in the wall and got Puff killed. She showed up for a week and that was it. That's how bad
Is
she
it bad
was.
that is it bad that the thing out of all of that that upsets me the most is that Puff died?
No, no, that
What
shows
a what a
you have a soul.
what a tragedy. Like
And
he
he
was
won't even admit that he killed him. Like, oh, he's just buried
um,
in the winter. Yeah, how's that worked
what
out?
a
It's been the winter for now, isn't it?
yeah, it's fucking July, my man. Puff is dead and you killed him and you're a terrible pet owner and you should never own reptiles again.
No.
Like, ugh.
And he was talking about briefly getting a cobra. Could you imagine a cobra going around his apartment and
Oh my
Puff?
God. Well, we'd be done with King Cobes because he'd be dead.
Oh, we had a joke that one of his trolls sent him this giant egg, and it cracked open and it was like a Komodo dragon, and he pretended that it was Puff. Like, see, Puff's alive, and we just see random live shots of like Puff 2 as this giant black Komodo dragon like hissing on his chair, spinning at him, biting him randomly, attacking him like a dinosaur, and he just be
Bites
like
him.
ripped to
It bites him.
shreds.
He's just paralyzed in a chair while the
No,
Komodo
no.
dragon eats him.
Yeah, it's just like devouring one leg at a time. He's like, no, Puff, bad Puff. I always had this idea at one point. There'd be a long period, you'd hear these massive crashes and hisses. There'd be a long period of time of nothing. And then you just see Puff waddle out on camera wearing Cobe's hat. And then after a while, you just see Cobes staggering out, bloodied and ripped, his shirt ripped open. And he's like, bad Puff, get back to your tank. And it just starts hissing at him, batting its
And he's
giant
like,
tail,
oh my God.
destroying the lathe and his TV stand. No, Puff, no. I want to see that so badly.
A little bit more cream cheese.
Him dealing with a fucking dinosaur.
Cream cheese just stick together.
While he's desperately trying to get us to convince him that that's like actual Puff. He shedded his skin and now he's bigger.
Pinwheels make for like a great party food. Just scoop all that in there. Whole fucking container. Let's go.
Oh, Jesus.
But you already put 2 whole blocks of cream cheese. What?
And I told you, it wasn't just the bacon bits he adds in after the video. He also puts in more Philly.
If there was a little more to this, it could honestly be like a really good dip. But
I call a labor of love.
There's always a hint of an actual recipe behind what he does.
Yeah, like the intention is here, and if it had like a couple more things and was used a bit differently, maybe like if you took out the fucking bacon lard and put in like green onions or something, this would be amazing. Like, I don't know.
He's getting all sweaty from mixing it in the summer.
Mixing.
The combination on that's nice. If I run out of batter, it is what it is. If I run out of tortilla before the batter, I got batter for later.
That's filling. That is not batter.
As long as it stays in the fucking fridge.
That's right. Masturbate it more. There you go.
So I'm hoping these will roll a lot smoother than that mix.
Tell it it's pretty, and then put the Hawk Tua on it. Yeah.
Process went very carefully.
Oh, they're gonna have the Hawk Tua joke in fucking The Boys coming forward. Maybe even before the end of the season, they'll work it in.
I mean, they may be too late because it already like was in production before that happened, but like maybe next season they'll throw some shit in.
Yeah. It's like South Park. They're often like talking about the very thing in question.
Right?
Oh, the amount
Oh
of
man.
fucking references on it, like fucking what's her name? Firecracker is just Marjorie Taylor Greene.
Oh my God. Have you seen that like her
Um,
actor is actually a lesbian and she really enjoys playing this like complete antithesis to who she is as a person?
yeah, because like a lot of actors and actresses love doing that shit.
It
Um,
very much reminds me of Jason Isaacs playing Lucius Malfoy,
yeah.
where he's just like, I'm Jewish and I'm playing a guy who's basically a Nazi. Super weird.
Oh, I recently watched a blooper where he's at Hogwarts and he's coming up the stairs to talk to Potter, and as he talks to Potter, he accidentally hits the kid in the fucking face. Like, oh, I'm sorry. Anyway, are we gonna do that again? Like he
Did
just
you know in Event Horizon he really wanted to keep his own like eviscerated corpse prop from that, and his wife was like, hell no.
I'd put it on a fucking plinth in the lobby.
Right?
I
He
turned it
was like,
into a
holy
coat
crap,
rack.
he was like, that's amazing and fascinating because he was like, wow, it's so like realistic looking to him. He was just like, dang, and he wanted to keep it, and his wife was like, no. First off, where are you gonna keep that? And second off, just no.
All right. Come Christmas, you have it out on the you have it out in Santa outfit. You know?
Oh, Merry
Yeah.
Slaneshmas, everyone.
Hell yeah.
You got a cutting board right here. Oh yes.
Oh, did he? Ch-
Is it a cutting board or is it just a
Oh
counter?
yes,
it's a
yes,
counter.
YouTube. A little dollop of our
Oh, the beer
shit here and
belches.
just spread it.
He says
All of
it's
our shit here.
he's complimenting the brewer. That's how he says it.
Yeah. It's like greasy from
It's not
the
spreading
like
very
bacon
easily,
lard and
but you
doesn't
know
want
what?
to
I
stick to
digress.
the
I don't give a
tortilla.
fuck. We're just gonna take
I
little
digress. He
chunks of
doesn't
it
use I
and
digress
push
right
it
at
That
down
is
into
all.
the tortilla.
no, not even remotely what that
Put some
means.
salami.
Oh, it's got
It doesn't
worse.
want to fucking come open.
It's Cobes. You know him enough now to know it always gets
Oh wait, it's
worse.
gotta peel.
I want to fucking come
Fuck off
open. Is it
with
the right
it.
side of the package?
I believe in you, Cobes. He's using his teeth. He's using his teeth. Yay.
Yep. We
There
saw
we
it go
go.
out of frame. He used his
Yahtzee. We
teeth.
got it open.
Yahtzee.
Gallows Salami Company.
Whoever is
And
like
then the honey
subtitling
ham
this
is
has
from
no
Hillshire
idea what
Farms Go
Yahtzee is.
Meats. Get these fucking meats open.
God, what the hell is that tattoo? It's gonna bug me. I need to ask Mango later.
Hey,
Oh,
Cobes,
what
if
happened
only
to
you
the
had
knife?
some sort of, yeah. I was going to say, if you only had
Yeah.
some sort of stabbing implement of some kind.
Or cutting, stabbing, or cutting.
Or slashing, I suppose.
Yeah. Any of them. I'm sorry, did I just hear the huck claw?
We got it open. Kind of like just take the ham and I'm gonna drape it like that.
Thing is the
Make a
thing
beef
he's
curtains
making is a legit.
reference. Make a beef curtain reference once, please.
The thing he's making is a legit thing. I just don't think this is usually what's in it.
That's maybe like a little bit more right in there.
Like I like me some pinwheels, just not when Cobes makes them.
I like me most things, and then the exception, of course, unless Cobes is. Like,
Yeah.
at that point.
Yeah.
Again, you don't want to overstuff your pinwheels. They become a pain in the ass to roll.
More cheese, of
What?
course.
So I just for a little bit of
No, that's
Oh,
fucking
lettuce,
Why is
yeah.
there
like I said, a
why is
little
there
bit of veggies
lettuce?
to it. Not a whole
What? That's
lot, just a
gonna
little
fall
bit.
out.
Yeah, so why not throw in a couple of pickles in there?
Pickle.
Pickles.
Pickle.
Pickle Rick.
Oh, a Pickle Rick reference in the year of our Lord 2024. Cancel this
Oh
fucker.
Lord, Pickle Rick.
I have a butter knife. I want to take these little tomatoes
Tomatoes.
I
and
suppose he'd
cut it
call
Why
this
did you
a...
say it like that, Cobe? Who are you fooling?
Well, he does actually get this. He says that he is 70% Scottish and the rest is the rest is British.
What?
Now, do you see the flaw in what he said there?
Yes.
Yeah. So he also claims to be outright English, and English means that he can use slang such as what Aussies does because he thinks that slang is genetic.
Huh.
Yeah, nature v nurture bullshit, you know? Keyword
Yes, that's very
bullshits.
interesting to assume that people are born with accents.
Yeah.
All right.
So you go to let's just say you go to London and you talk to a black guy. You think he's going to sound like Black Panther, is he?
Right.
No, he's gonna sound like a fucking chav or a cockney
I was
or
gonna
a
say, is he
posh
gonna sound
kid.
like Samuel L. Jackson when you walk up to him? No.
I got the pinwheel rolled up, but
Oh, did it not show the scene where he puts it in and it does a zoom up on
No.
it? Oh, yes, it does. I'm
Oh,
going to show you something. You're not eating now, are you?
no, I'm good. Just
Okay.
drinking, it's fine.
tear off as typical plastic wrap is. So I had to use the scissors to fucking bloody cut it.
Look at this face up
Because that was
close.
nerve-wracking when it tore.
Oh. Oh my God. Thank you for asking if I was eating first. Is this the David Lynch version of Baron Harkonnen?
Thick, toxic ooze, bubbling crude.
I was like, son of a bitch.
Like I said on Sunday, I'm surprised America's not declared war to occupy this shit, because he's oily as shit.
So I'm like, well, you know
Hey,
what?
Cobe, less beard oil and more just soap, okay?
You also have a look at his fridge. He's put a lot of the stuff back, which good. He's got more filling.
Yeah.
He's got way more filling.
I'm disappointed. I use the same kind of sour cream as Cobe's,
Cheese
but I guess
spread
Daisy is a
decently
nationwide
enough.
brand, so whatever.
I mean, you're only like, what, a state apart? There's some Dr. Pepper back there.
Oh, that's right. Doesn't he live in like Wyoming or some shit?
Casper, Wyoming, the king of Casper.
Yeah, he is actually disturbingly close to me. Yes, he is like
By
less than
American
12
standards,
hours away from me.
only 3 Irelands apart. A very small amount for America.
Yes, yes, only 3 Ireland. He's less than 12 hours away from me, so
3,
he's more
6, 9.
like 4 or 5 hours away actually.
If you were to beat traffic.
Yeah.
Damn. Of course, you'd have to ask yourself, why go to fucking Casper? But
Oh man, the only reason I'd ever go to Wyoming at all is because my brother-in-law lives there, and that is literally the only reason I'd ever be going to fucking Wyoming.
Stuck to like half of the shell with the less of the ingredients kind of thing, you know.
After this,
So
we'll
we're
move
gonna see
on
if we
from
can
Cobes. Oh, he's got some Hellmann's. Oh, Heinz. Homemade...
make a giant
Those are
pinwheel
baby carrots, are they? Jesus.
and cut. And what?
Yeah, I can't see what all's going on in that.
After,
There's a
like-
lot of Philadelphia in that fridge, like, bro.
Jesus.
There's a lot of
There's-
cream cheese.
brown gravy. Oh, the Heinz.
Oh.
Oh, damn.
Several hours
And
of
it's
just
open?
chilling out in the fridge.
Yep.
You take a knife and you unwrap the plastic wrap and you fucking chop it into sections.
I wonder what that Asian condiment was in the back of the fridge by the Dr. Peppers.
What's up, YouTube?
I know he is very into wasabi, so it could have been wasabi.
So we're going to show you how to play
Maybe,
a
yeah.
really cool drinking game.
Okay, this is
We
new.
got some space on the old table here. Set the camera down. Now the camera is out of arm's length. I'm gonna have to like reach to grab it. It's called.
What? Why not? What? He doesn't edit. He doesn't edit anything, so it's all raw. That's why you get the shots of the camera falling down. It's why you get like the long pauses. But here's the thing: he hates the idea of like the silence, so he just starts repeating himself over and over again. Normally by just grabbing the nearest item and reading it off. Like if I were to be like that, I'd just be every once in a while picking up and going Jack Daniels, Old Number 7 brand, Tennessee Sour Mash Whiskey, 70 CL, 40% proof. You know, like every few minutes, which again gives me a very strong Rain Man vibe, but it's cobes, so.
Lighter bowling.
Yep.
Get a lighter.
Lighter.
You can use as many lighters as you want and set up a bunch of
Lighter bowling.
pins, if you will.
Okay.
You take a coin and you want to spin it like that, but you want to spin it towards the lighter and knock it down. So
okay, actually that does seem kind of like a fun drinking game.
Lighter down with the quarter by spinning it into the thing.
Hey!
Like that.
Hey, it worked.
And every time you knock down a lighter, you take a shot.
Oh, that's like the reverse of how that game's supposed to work, though.
2 for 2.
Because, like,
but now it's gonna be a
Cole's desperate to find an excuse to drink.
across the table,
right?
So we got some
reverse beer
actual
pong.
distance. Yeah, got a fresh beer.
Look at all those glass dildos ready for use.
Pins have been set. Simple sport to play. It does not require a whole lot of thinking, and that's what
I can't imagine he's touched that chess set in years.
the fun is. It's easy
Right.
to play when you're hammered.
I mean, a chess set is a really nice sort of like aesthetic thing to have in a room for sure. But I've always thought it to be a waste of time if you're not going to play it at least once.
Yeah.
I actually wonder if he could play it.
Does he know how to play chess?
Chess, you know, the thing about chess is that it is a fairly easy game to remember, even with the occasional weird rules, like if you get a pawn to the other side, you'll be able to change it out for another piece. That does spice it up. But if you got pure vanilla chess, it's an easy one. It's just to master it, you can't just sit on your laurels. It's
no.
I found this out personally. You can't just like be okay playing chess back in the day and then go and like not play it for 10 years because you won't remember a goddamn single play. Like everyone always starts off with a pawn opener. Of course you do. But how many permutations are it? I think I heard somewhere it was like 80 different ways you could open up with a pawn offensive. But
it's pretty intense.
Yeah, real masters start off with the fucking knights. A knight offensive is a fucking ballsy way to start a fucking game.
I'm not going to pretend I'm good at chess. I'm not.
I hate the bishop. I hate how it moves. Ugh.
I've only played very occasionally, and therefore I am not very good.
Yeah, you probably wouldn't be too bad, but here's the thing. Just go onto a free chess thing on any app or whatever and start playing against the AI on the easiest mode until you fucking trance it and then move it up to intermediary and then move it up to hard and then start playing humans. And that's how you do it.
Not quite.
Yeah.
Oh, Mr.
Keep playing cobes. I will be back in like 2 seconds again.
There we go. That's a challenge.
We'll be moving off from cobes after this. As far as I can tell, he hasn't uploaded that new. Cobes! Oh, damn, that's 3 now. 4. Oh, no. Come on, man, you can do it. Oh, it touched it that time.
So fucking bloody close to knocking those lighters down.
Bloody. Stop saying bloody. You were born in, I think, Ohio or Illinois, and you've been spending most of your life in fucking like Casper. You'll probably die there. Your dad offered to take you out to fucking London, and you didn't want to. DP offered to pay and pick you up and even give you spending money, take you out to Seattle. Fish Tank offered you a lifetime supply of cigarettes and you turned them down. Stop pretending
That's a hell of a deal.
Oh, dude has been. We offered him girls to talk to and fucking Omaha steaks if he was our DM.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I would have paid it. I'd have paid it right out of my pocket, sent it to him. I'd have given him one of those yearly plans. Only
I have
one.
to say, living in Omaha, that's a pretty sweet offer.
I'll never forget coming to see you one time, and I got off the plane, and as I left customs, I went around to the to go downstairs, and next to the bar and like the little kiosk food was a little food cart, but it was Omaha
Mhm.
steaks, and they were like
Oh yeah.
frozen Omaha steaks in the arrivals of an airport. It's
Yep,
just
you could buy a steak and go
Fif-
take it wherever you're
I
staying.
think the cheapest started at $53.
Oh
No,
yeah, you can work for them and like sell steaks over the phone too. It's crazy.
it's like I would have paid that motherfucker per time per like actual like time he would be our DM in stakes, and he never got back. You
It's
snooze,
not
you
as good as
lose, Cobes.
for real. It's not as good as Kobe beef, but it is pretty damn good.
Mm.
If it would have ricocheted
Only have
off.
it the one time.
Have
There
it
was one
ricochet.
place your dad took us all out to. I think it was the first time I ever went there, and it was like a
Hmm,
rib place.
probably.
It was all
Was it like
wood
Famous Dave?
panel. I don't know, but it was ribs, and apparently that's where you could also get the gator.
Huh. There's
Mm.
so many barbecue
Shit off the
places here. I
glass chest
honestly
piece
like
is kind of
don't
cheating,
really
but
remember. We've known each other for so long, man.
eh.
Yeah, that's the thing Krendar doesn't get. Like, I just bring my friends into this.
Oh yeah,
Like,
man.
this is just,
I've
especially
been
for
around
us,
for
yeah, like, what, 2009 or something like that? 2010?
we are coming up on 18 years now that we've known each other.
Oh, we have never once had a last stand against hordes of zombies. Can you believe that?
No. But we have known each other a really long time.
Hmm. And I can't even remember how many times we've actually met. Like what? Like maybe 4 or 5 times.
Yeah, only a handful we've actually met in person, but yeah, it's been a really long-standing friendship here. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
nice.
you're my longest lasting friend who is in constant contact. The next after is Claire. Um,
Mine
and
too. Yours is a tie with me for Macy because I met you guys at like almost exactly the same time, and I still talk to both of you.
eh, oh, yeah, yeah. It's wild thinking about that just because of the years of I was just to show how much I'm online these days. I was about to say years of content.
Content.
Con-
Yeah,
yeah,
no
it isn't
kidding.
content, it's content. It's different.
It is
Um, but yeah, like
bonks.
Christ, like the fucking hour long phone calls we used to have with each other, like Christ.
Oh yeah,
That crippled me financially. Thank God for this online shit now.
was not good for me either. Wow.
Oh,
Why
Hey,
does the
got
sweet.
subtitle
one.
say applause? Seems very
When it doesn't know
disingenuous.
what it
No one
wants,
is
it'll either
applauding.
do music or applause.
And I got the other one.
It
See,
does
now
it with Buff Corel too.
that's how you play
See what he
Weird.
did
one.
I've
there?
noticed
I
that.
don't know if that's OCD, but he often when he has his can, he'll like tap it, kind of like Mother's Milk with his triple tap.
It might actually be OCD now that you say it because he does it twice. I've noticed, and he did it with the
Lame.
bottle that he patted the bottom of it earlier
I don't know,
twice.
it's kind of a mundane way to waste time and like bullshit, you know.
Oh
Now the
God.
pinwheels are
Bro,
in
you
the
could also just play
fridge.
10,000.
I
Like
managed to
it's a
roll
really easy dice game.
five of them ready to be cut up just in case the first one I fucked up on breaks. I had to add another container, like a little plastic container of the cream cheese to mop up all the bits in the bowl so that none of it went to waste, and they're all sitting in there in the fridge.
There's
So
no more
And you could also just
codes,
like
tomorrow, the
measure.
next day, I'll take them
but
out,
there
unwrap one, and
is
I'll.
bog. Look, I'm gonna move on because it can't just be Cobes all night. And
Yeah, yeah.
But we will wrap it up our cobes segment of the evening with a Cobra song from the friend of the channel, Bognum Reacts. He AI'd
All right.
Cobes, one of Cobes' meltdowns into a song.
Okay.
Like, okay, I spent several years being patriotic. Fuck the haters, and that's how it is, YouTube. Nah, stupid fucking lighter. Fuck you. Stupid fucking lighter. Hey, lighter, fuck you. Oh, you don't like being beat up. You don't like it. You don't like it. You don't fucking like it. Then maybe you shouldn't
Oh my God.
fucking go against the grain, stupid fuck. I'll beat you up, you piece of shit.
Whoa, the projecting. Holy shit.
Whee!
I broke my fucking cigarette. Fucking social media doesn't give a shit. Fuck you. Fuck you fucking touching me, you piece of fucking shit, you. And fuck this. And of course,
Wow,
my
this
drink
one's
has
pretty
to
overload
spill.
anthem.
I lose my fucking temper over these stupid fucking assholes. And no one's gonna feel sorry for me.
This was almost a tame one compared to some of the shit he had later that year.
It's just like
Yeah.
you did it to yourself, dude. You had a fucking drink combo, and you had to lose your fucking autistic temper. Spill it for yourself. Fucking bullshit. Get the fuck out of
Oh
my
my
way,
God.
stupid fucking hat. Stupid fucking piece of shit fucking hat. Fuck you, fuck you. Oh, it's
I wouldn't react like I'm gonna ask you a banger out of this. Like,
I know,
wow.
right?
you fucking piece of goddamn shit. Fuck you stupid fucking bottle. Stay on the fucking desk. Stay on the fucking desk, you piece of shit. Fuck you. I told you how many times did I fucking tell you to stay on the fucking desk. Fucking stay on the desk. I told you 1,000 times. Fuck you. Fuck you stupid fuck. You wanna fall off the desk to be cute and
He's
no
got
one
still got
asked
holding
you
on
to
to his wand there.
beat you, you piece of shit. Fuck you. I don't care if I got a nasty fucking
Look
temper.
what he did to his hat.
Oh my God.
He looks like a fisherman.
He does.
Fuck you. Stay the fuck in my hand, you piece of shit. I'll smoke you until you're dead. Fuck you. Don't care if anyone cited me. I'm fucking miserable. I'm just making the best of every day. That's all you can do, YouTube. That's all I can do. Fuck you. I don't care if I got a nasty fucking temper. Fuck you. Stay the fuck in my hand, you piece of shit. I'll smoke you until you're dead. Fuck you. Don't care if anyone cited me. I'm fucking miserable. I'm just making the best of every day. That's all you can do, YouTube. That's all I can do.
Aw.
I'm not sure that's really making the best of every day. You're actually kind of making it the worst possible day ever, but like,
And then he gets
whatever,
to
Joe.
repeat it every day. He gets to repeat it.
Yeah.
That's his.
Like-
it's the. You watched BoJack, right?
Oh yeah, not all of it, but like enough of it.
Did
He makes his own misery, man.
Do you remember when BoJack is trying to get sober and he's trying to run up the hill?
Mm-hmm.
And do you remember he can't do it at first, and that old monkey comes over and it says you have to. It gets easier, but you have to do it every day, and that's the hard part. But it does get easier, but you have to do it every day. Cobes is
Yeah.
the literal opposite of that message.
Yes.
He is
Yes,
the
he
very.
is.
He is like the Sith to the Jedi. If that was a Jedi, the Cobes would show up and give the exact opposite advice.
Man, don't say that. Cobes would love to hear that he's being compared to a Sith. Come on.
Oh, he fucking would, yeah, because
He would love that.
He would. Oh, I do love that. I do love that beat. And I'll leave
That was
Cobras.
actually really good. Like, I would listen to that again for fun. Like, that was actually really good.
Well, like I said, it's our good friend Bogdan Reacts, who will be back in August, I do believe. They are coming back in. And oh, this is a new one. So this is the Cobra Cantina.
Oh my god. I'm excited.
I have no idea about this one. Minster.
I like the reggae beat behind it. This is
Yeah, we
already
got a
good.
calypso open, and look at all the of age, non-related goth girls.
Oh, it also says taking shots of
Taking
tequila.
shots of tequila at the Cobra's Cantina.
Ooh, okay.
All right.
Quench your thirst for adventure at the Cobra's Cantina. Sipping with Satan at the Cobra's Cantina. The tasty
She looks like a fucking Oblivion elf. And is that a demon?
Also-
Is that an alien back there? What the fuck?
Also, a lot of these women in the foreground remind me of women that Captain Kirk would hit on because they are green.
That one looks like an orc. Yeah.
The one immediately in the middle, though, looks like somebody that's like viable.
Yeah. That looks like a Kardashian. One of the lamer Kardashians. There on the
Yeah.
far left.
string combos you ever seen.
Oh, damn.
Oh.
Well, there's
Okay.
Okay, so a little bit of poison ivy going on there, except for
Yeah.
also mixing in with a little bit of the old Slanesh with the body horror going on here. Madam, do you have a spine? Would you
Yeah.
like to? Did you leave it in the cloakroom before? you went in, or?
She forgot to bring it with her to the bar. It's fine.
Cantina. At the Cobra's Cantina. Looking for a woman to touch your wiener. And she's looking for a man too.
Oh.
Shots of
Wow.
I've seen girls that drunk before.
Oh God, yeah. When you're so drunk, you look like Picasso painted you. Yeah, for sure.
Next time I go to Omaha, we gotta get you Picasso drunk. No, I know what it will be. Do you remember when Frenchie was being asked, is he high? And he's like, no, and he's looking at Kimiko, and she's like fucking like just melting.
Yes.
That's how drunk I need you to be. Can you do that?
Okay,
for me?
well,
can you be? Can you?
In
hit
return,
me?
you have to get that stoned.
All right. We'll put that down as a. I'll sign my last one in testament before getting on the plane. And now I hope, love of God, whatever happens, there will be bubbles and floating rubber duckies.
I hope so too.
That'll just be fun, even if we're just having coffee. You know.
You've ever seen
Hey.
enjoy your liquor and booze.
My cousins, my numerous cousins.
Oh no! Well, I'll withhold the insult I was gonna say then, because now I don't want to insult your cousins.
I saw these women who did not look the best, and I said they were my cousins. We're already starting with a sly little.
I was gonna say, oh no, fetal alcohol syndrome.
Pretty much.
They got such big ass heads.
Although around these parts we always think of Cyrax when we think of fetal alcohol syndrome. Same principle though. Oh damn, we got some cakes. Look at that woman who is just a pancake.
She's like melting into the bar stool.
I've been there some nights, love. That's
Yeah.
a mermaid. Look, tail.
Huh.
Weird.
I mean, none of them really have separate legs, do they? They're just kind of like blobs.
She does, but then hers becomes like a Muppet dog for her foot. Hey guys, what's going on over here? It's Max. It's Max from Sam and Max.
You've gotta love AI art,
No,
man.
Sam,
It's
it
crazy
would be
how
Sam.
bad it is.
Yeah.
Ever seen at the Cobra's Cantina. Drink some beer and cut.
Okay, she's passable, except for the fact she's merging in with the fucking glass. But
Yeah.
free
If you
glass.
don't look at that other hand, she's pretty good actually. That one, is she an amputee? Like, what's
That's
happening
fair.
there?
I saw a pretty cool picture of an amputee girl earlier today, and I'm like, it was actually her Tinder profile, and she said hands down the best girl you're gonna see here. And she had
That's fucking hilarious. Oh my god.
She had no right arm, and she actually posted that and saying, "I am outraged that this is on Facebook. Can you believe that they use such a shitty picture of me when there's someone when I'm in my bikini?" And then she posted the picture of herself in the bikini. And it
That
said
is awesome.
personality. The description: personality 20 out of 10, hands 1 out of 2.
God damn it, that's so good.
Dude, look fucking decent.
Relax with the Cobra's cantina. Caressing your glass.
I've been there. I've been banned from there too.
At the Cobra's cantina. Forget about
Oh,
What
damn.
makes you want to join?
That that looks like some terrible like 80s or 90s comic book art, for like the ones that
Yeah.
were drawn super quick because they were just going to be sold, like baseball
Right.
cards. I forget the name of
Right.
that era, but there was an era in comics that were just, they weren't really there to be almost like NFTs. The NFT games, they're not there to have fun. They're there for you to accrue wealth that you would then use.
Yeah.
at the Cobra's cantina. At the Cobra's cantina. Prettiest cocktail waitresses you've ever seen. At the Cobra's cantina.
This is a very music.
At the Cobra's cantina.
Whoa!
Whoa.
Some fucking scorned shit up in this shit. What the hell?
Wow.
Of tequila at the Cobra's cantina. The tastiest drinks you've ever seen. At the Cobra's cantina. We're drinking.
Oh, damn.
That bitch's torso is backwards.
Yes, it is.
The Cobra's cantina.
Now our tramp stamp is a happy trail.
Yeah.
The Cobra's cantina. Drinking shots.
Oh, it's anime version girl.
She can make eye contact with you while you doggy style.
Or eat her ass up.
The Cobra's cantina. The tastiest drink combos.
Just had some asparagus.
Oh my god, no!
Told you we'd be getting some boys references in, folks.
Horrible.
Waitresses you've ever seen at the Cobra's cantina. Fuck the bullshit of the day, and you know what I mean.
I would drink at this place.
Honestly, if this was the music too, like, please, I would actually go to this place.
Yeah, it looks like you get like you could get like some hardcore like fucking expensive drinks, but if you wanted, you could get like $1.50 like mystery drink from a tub. You know, you don't
Yeah.
ask questions, you just and they might accept
Mhm.
barter as well as coin.
Right? It might be some weird jungle juice shit that's in it, but like, probably gonna taste good. Maybe.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if that's also a place where a lot of like bounty hunters show up. But like not
Right?
like Star Wars or fantasy bounty hunters. I mean the real life bounty hunters. So the normally hardcore drug addicts who have like to pay alimony.
Right.
So, the lamest motherfuckers, most likely with like an enlarged prostate, or like maybe they just found out they had a cancer diagnosis and they're just
They haven't slept an hour. They haven't slept more than an hour in a night in 17
they are
years. Like,
90% barbiturates or ketamine at this point. You know, like
Yep.
they're just
their breakfast is whiskey. Like,
you could smoke. Basically, you can smoke here and bring children.
mm-hmm.
So that's the sort of thing. So it's basically West Virginia.
We've got another backwards body part too. That girl that was by the bar, her leg was backwards.
I think if a normal proportion woman came into this place, they'd think she was freak.
Right.
Just fine at the Cobra's cantina. Have a drink and hang out with your friends, cause they seen ya at the Cobra's cantina. We're
Some of
drinking
them
at
kind
the
of
Cobra's
interesting
cantina.
art style. Like
Sexiest cocktail waitresses you've ever seen.
Can I just say this would actually be such a cool bar to go to, like aesthetically too, like with all the green.
ooh, point and click 90s PC game.
Oh yeah.
The Cobra's cantina.
Callahan's Last Chance Saloon. That was that was a point and click game where Callahan was implied to be God, and this is Purgatory. And you meet all these philosophers, but you also meet like death. And the idea is that God is kind of sick of figuring humans out, so he brought humanity into one bar, and over the course of a night, you, the player, have to figure out just what is humanity about, because he's lost the plot, and God's ready to hit the hard reset button or give us another chance.
I see.
Yeah, it's an interesting premise for a kid's game.
Yeah.
Are you luck at the Cobra's Cantina? Quench your thirst with the tastiest drinks you've ever seen. At the Cobra's Cantina, the drinks and the music are flowing.
That lady be thick.
The Cobra's Cantina.
Yeah, no shit. I was thinking
Having
that too.
drinks at the Cobra's Cantina. Tastiest drink combos you've ever seen.
It's like it wants to do the monster logo, but also like some
Trying to
knockoff.
avoid the copyright infringement.
Yeah, I've been to a bar like this in Budapest with all like the horror stuff. That was cool.
Oh yeah.
That was
We
in
used to have a bar like that here. It was called the Monster Club, but it unfortunately closed.
Oh, that's a shame.
Yeah, it was really cool. Had kind of a hipster like record bar upstairs in the bar. It was really neat.
I'm looking for. I gave you a link to a channel a few days ago saying that we're going to look at this noodle thing. There it is.
Oh, yeah,
It's- And they couldn't see
It's making
the.
me sad that my power's out. I can't make food. Ugh.
Oh, where you can get some ideas.
Yeah.
Good thing they couldn't see the Discord when I was scrolling through all the chat logs from earlier. Boop. Doot, 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 doot. Don't worry, it was only the most filthiest of smut.
If anybody ever wants to know, just join the Discord.
Absolutely. Link in the doobly-doo, where on Monday we are watching some South Park.
Oh, nice, nice.
Yeah, but at time, I don't know, we've been watching tons of movies, and we're watching some really fucking weird ones too. We watched Buckaroo Banzai, which was fucking weird, and then we watched Darkman,
Yeah.
which was very weird.
Oh yeah, yeah, from a very weird time of movies. So yeah.
I thought to spice it up with a little bit something more modern. All right. So
If you want to do modern and weird, you should look up Dark Harbor with man, there's so many people in it. It had nope, slipped my mind. But yeah, Dark Harbor, very weird movie. You should look that up if you ever want a weird one to watch.
what was it? I know. I was actually thinking. I'm gonna look at the premise of Gen V, and
Oh, yeah.
if it is if it's okay for new viewers, I might do that next week.
Good luck.
We'll see. Obviously, not the whole fucking season, but like.
No, but yeah.
We'll watch it. I'm curious.
Yeah.
Anyway, this guy here is Japan Eats, and we watched him a few times. He is a very cool dude. I'll show a random video that he has done before, just to give a vibe of who he is. But the basic is that he's an American guy who's, as far as I can tell, either works in Japan or immigrated to Japan. And he reviews some of the weirder or more interesting food around.
Exciting.
Restaurants like these are slowly disappearing in Japan, and some of you are laughing, but hold on, let me explain. This is Yoshinoya, one of Japan's most popular beef bowl chains. It's incredibly modern, with tablet self-serve menus, free charging ports, and a sleek interior. Pretty much what you'd expect from Japan. And here's the one I went to, which I don't think has ever been updated. They don't use the new logo, they don't use the new colors, the inside is basically a liminal space with people in it, there's a mystery stain on the wall, and you still go up to the counter and order while looking at a menu. This is basically like finding a vaporwave Taco Bell, but with an updated menu. And from that updated menu, I got the butter chicken curry, because why the heck is this on the menu? First impressions were terrible, like going over to a Tinder Match's house and booting up her GameCube and realizing there's not a single chow in her garden. I wasn't expecting much, but this colorless gray chicken just made...
Yeah, even though you're over there and she's in the bedroom oiling herself up, you somehow magically find a way to swipe right, if that's the case.
Makes me want to sit by a rainy
Can I
window
point
and
one
sit
thing
down.
out though? He ordered chicken at a beef bowl place. Like it's inevitably going to be
True.
horrible because it's not the thing they specialize in.
And yet they advertise it, so but he's very sort of
but,
like when in doubt, just grab the first thing that he sees like on a billboard.
Yeah.
Which you're right, like he does bring up a lot that it's very it's very hit or miss, and he's had some absolutely terrible food on this before, though he always takes it on the chin. He's been out in the countryside for the past few whiles, having like the food they have out there.
The curry itself
It's-
just tasted like regular Japanese curry, to the point where I thought they served me the regular curry on accident, but after a few bites I realized that this is just regular Japanese curry with some garam masala thrown in after the fact. Maybe some cream or some yogurt or something. The chicken skin is a love it or hate it experience, but welcome to Japan. Regardless, it was a sensationally meh interpretation of one of my favorite dishes. Next time I'll get the always delicious beef bowl.
in the beef bowl place. That'd be a good idea.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like, you go to a place that serves primarily beef and order the thing that is not primarily beef, it's probably not going to be as good. Like, that's just how that's going to work at almost every restaurant.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
So we have 3 here. Which do you want to pick?
I'm curious about the smelliest ramen. I want to know what's in that.
Our story starts on a bullet train to Kumamoto. Fun fact, the bullet train was invented in 1964 and is a high-speed train that provided plenty of legroom for my shoes, which were invented in 2018. It's only a short ride at 298 kilometers or 185 freedom units per hour, but I decided
Freedom unit.
Did you see what was the name? The film with Brad Pitt was a Bullet. I think it was called Bullet Train.
Oh, I don't think I saw that one.
That was very interesting. They were trying to make a new sort of like almost like Oceans type of film. It's a heist film, but it's a heist film set in Japan. It's very sort of over the top and cool, I guess the description would be. And I really liked it because it's a massive ensemble cast. It also reminded me, for obvious reasons, to Train to Busan. Because it's a train, Asians, and there's a lot of action shit going on. It's very crazy, and I'm just looking at this train compared to the bullet train in that film, and this looks like it's that train, but like in the 1970s. It looks way more basic than I thought.
I'm gonna go to the toilet. This is probably the only place on YouTube where you get to see the inside of a bullet train toilet. I do this for you. The inside is cramped with several facilities and complete with a little chair so your baby can watch you doo-doo. On my way back to my seat, I realized that this.
I'm gonna be honest with you. The one in the Irish Rail is bigger.
Train has a vending machine inside of it. Although
but we don't have a vending machine.
Price has been marked up. You can get things like water, juice, coffee, and tea. Considering I just flushed my previous tea, I don't need a new one. As I peered out the window, I watched this concrete wall that obstructed my view of the beautiful Japanese countryside. Before I knew it, I was finally in Kumamoto. Kumamoto is known for its gorgeous mountains and beautiful naturescapes, and now we're back to staring at a wall again. Is this wall really...
This is why I don't film when I'm on the train all that much, because every time I'm like, ooh, that's a beautiful lake, let me film... Oh, okay.
Where's the safety? I say we take it down and replace it with glass Minecraft blocks. This isn't what I would call the middle of nowhere, but it's definitely different from the towering skyscrapers of Tokyo that get so much attention. Believe it or not, outside of the robot and cat cafes, there's a whole country with real people living in it. Okay, that was me, I'm sorry. I like the cat cafes too. Finally, it was time to disembark. I was greeted by a lovely melody that I'll let you listen to.
That was kind of interesting.
Yeah. Neat.
Yeah.
Man, is cool.
All I'm gonna think of is that joke from when the Simpsons went to Japan. I am honored to accept your waste.
Oh my god, I'm so excited. We're about to watch South Park. Have you not seen the Japanese toilet episode?
No, I haven't seen the bidet one either. Is that the same?
Oh, you're gonna love that episode. Yeah, it's so funny.
Because we're gonna watch some modern shit. I haven't watched South Park in a while, so hell yeah.
Please do. There is an episode where Randy gets a Japanese toilet, and it is the best thing ever. It is so funny.
Last modern South Park I saw was the pandemic one.
Yeah.
I did like that because it has 2 versions of it and both are kind of shitty, but one is way worse than the other. All because one motherfucker wouldn't fucking take his vax.
Yep.
I also love Happy version of South Park, where everyone is doing okay. It doesn't include Cartman having a good time. He's a hobo. He's just screaming across at them.
Last we walked through the IC ticket gate. Put our ticket in, and we escaped from train jail. One step closer to ramen. Kumamoto is known as the birthplace of Eiichiro Oda, the creator of...
Oh, we were just talking about One Piece! What the fuck?
Yeah, we were.
One Piece.
Wow, I
There's a
didn't
map
know
here
Oda
that
was
shows
from
where you can find all
Kumamoto.
the character statues across the city.
Oh, did you
That's
see this?
so cool.
Did you see the Sphere in Vegas celebrated the 25th anniversary of One Piece by having like this giant One Piece like banner with like clips from the show all going across
I
it?
did not. That's
I
so
love
cool.
I love the Sphere so fucking much. I shouldn't. It is trashy, it is gaudy, and it is a part of the capitalist world that we should strive to destroy. And I don't care. It's a big emoji smiley face that is very interested in the monorail that goes by, implying that it is autistic, which I love. I love my autistic Sphere.
I just love that America is embracing anime more. I think that's so
Unfortunately, the only
cool.
ticket
Do you remember the 90s and how anime was portrayed? Or even the 80s? Like,
Yes.
it was such a niche
I mean, I wasn't
thing.
alive for the 80s, but I do remember the 90s and I do remember the early 2000s and how much people were bullied if they liked anime, and now people like Megan Thee Stallion like anime, and it's amazing. So
I wonder, like, what do people get bullied over? It wouldn't even be like, oh, you're gay these days. Like, you in most schools, I imagine, you could just be gay and you'd get
now
like
it's
lots of support.
now it's probably like being poor or something. I don't know. I haven't been in school
Yeah.
for like 18 years, so I don't know.
And may that
17
never
years almost.
change ever again. Fuck school. I love the biggest lie we were told. Like, when you're older, you realize school wasn't that bad. No, all what you should
No,
have
it was horrible.
Yeah, the caveat is other things were bad too, but school
Yeah.
was still bad. You were
No, it
right
was
as
awful.
a child. But what else could a parent say? You know?
Yeah, no, I would never go back. Like college maybe, but high school absolutely never.
Oh God, I'll be that failed James Woods from Family Guy TV show pilot where he's
Yeah.
he's roommates with his own college student daughter.
Yeah.
available was
Ugh.
one that was way too early in the morning, so the ramen place wasn't even open yet. So I decided to take a look around. Kumamoto Station is attached to a nice
Oh
little
my
shopping mall
God.
with a nice little water
Pretty.
spot. This is like those relaxed chill rooms in VR chat where a raccoon, Aaron from Attack on Titan, and Squidward are all yelling about something while soft illumination fills the room from the YouTube video
Oh my God,
Lo-Fi
he's
Beats
not
to
wrong.
Study To that's projected on the wall. Too specific. Next,
No.
I decided to take the opportunity to give you all
Very
motion sickness
accurate.
as I ducked and dodged through people's faces. There's some food here, though.
Nice of him to be conscious of that,
Kumamoto
though.
is
A
the
lot of
name of this
people,
little-
like
That
not
is
from Japan, don't realize that you shouldn't
Have you
film or
seen
a
the
photo
backlash
people in
more and
Japan
more?
without permission.
I had a link for a guy who had been living in Japan for a few years, and he was addressing how Westerners were destroying Japan. It was all tongue in cheek because he knew that
Yeah.
the Japanese were taking it incredibly out of proportion, and it
Yeah.
showed the horrors of a historical area where the bins hadn't been collected in 2 weeks. Doo-doo-doo-doo. And it showed like a slightly overflowing trash can, and
Dun
like
dun
it's
dun.
yeah. But then he compared it to he just filmed like a bunch of Japanese businessmen shit faced on a Friday night, drinking beer and
Yeah.
throwing it out onto cars as they were driving by.
Yeah.
Like, fuck you guys, okay? You know, like
We're not
your
ruining shit.
economy, yeah, your economy's struggling as it is. You should be lucky that we're spending money there instead of going to some place that doesn't cost 12 quid for a cup of coffee. You know?
No shit.
Little black bear, and he's the mascot of Kumamoto. Actually, he's not just some mascot, he's the most recognized mascot in all of Japan. I'll admit I
thought
No.
was it Chichanan was the ultimate mascot, the one that is always beating themselves up, that was on The Daily Show with Jon Stewart? Chichan,
I don't know,
or
actually.
whatever. I am Chichan, Japan's mascot. I bring love to all. And then it just shows them like boogie boarding down the side of like Mount Fuji.
bought a shirt.
I don't
The
know
time
if
was
they still
drawing
do
near.
it, but Kumamoto also has a marching band festival. I actually have like a souvenir from Kumamoto, Japan from my grandma.
Oh, damn.
So I followed my nose to the
Yeah.
smelly smell that smells smelly. For being so early, this place
Eh.
was decently packed. A
SpongeBob
testament to
reference.
its smelly yet sensual ramen. This is Tengai 10 in Kumamoto Station, a garlic specialty ramen shop. This place only has 2 bowls of ramen, spicy and not spicy. That's it. I went for non-spicy
I'm
today
in.
because I wanted to get punched in the face with garlic instead of with spice. First impressions, the place reeked of garlic, but that's to be
Nice.
expected. The menu featured a work of
Sounds
modern art,
awesome.
a farting clove of garlic. Honestly, I'd rank it right up there with the birth of Venus. I hadn't eaten all day, so I decided to grab a side of gyoza and some
Gyoza.
rice as well. This
Love
place is known
gyoza.
for their garlic
So
powder
good.
on top of their ramen. I mean, look at that, it's
Whoa.
beautiful. Hidden under that Sahara of garlic powder is a super deep pork soup. Now, this wasn't like normal garlic powder. It was more like
Never go on a
dried
date where you
garlic
do
that was
not want to
shaved.
kiss
And then
somebody if you go to this place.
Trying to think. My first girlfriend, we liked Italian food, so there was much garlic, so there was much making out.
Oh yeah.
But you
Wow,
remember
this is probably
remember how fat I was back then. You think I gave a flying fuck?
I mean,
noodles
honestly,
were the straight
it
thing.
really wouldn't stop me either. But that's the stereotype. So like, I also like garlic, so it really wouldn't stop me.
I went out with a girl once who she was allergic to garlic, but she didn't want to admit it first. So we went to a Chinese restaurant, and the first thing she asked was, "Oh, you don't put garlic into your stuff, do they?" And they go, "Yes, and yes, we have a garlic powder sauce that they coat everything with."
Like, most Chinese food is just full of garlic. What?
And she was also allergic to peanut, and even I was like, "You want to go to a Chinese restaurant and it's peanut?" And she's
That's
like, "Yeah."
crazy.
And afterwards, we downgraded to a place where she could actually eat something, an Italian restaurant.
Oh Lord. You need like an
Yeah.
American restaurant. Go to like
Honestly,
McDonald's or
no,
something.
you know what we needed to do? We need to go and have pub grub, because pub grub
There you go.
is like bland as shit in comparison.
Just
And
some
type that is
bland
commonly
fried
found
shit.
in this part.
Just get yourself a steak and kidney pie, some peas, and some chips. There you have it.
There you go.
Of Japan. The grilled pork was also incredible. All joking aside,
So-
this was a delicious bowl of ramen. Probably one of the best that I've had so far. The only issue is myself and every single person in there probably left that smelling like SpongeBob did in that one episode.
Why do I keep referencing
God.
SpongeBob? It wasn't funny the first time. It's not funny the second time. Just stop doing it. It's literally not funny. Oops.
Then I went to go see a hole in the wall. But this
I love
isn't just any
SpongeBob.
hole. This is damage from the 2016 earthquakes that struck Kumamoto.
Oh,
And this
damn.
isn't just
shit.
any wall. It's the wall of the Kumamoto Castle, a castle originally
Oh,
built in
no.
1607 by a nice feudal lord by the name of Kato Kiyomasa. He may not have been nice, who
nice
knows.
feudal
Kumamoto
lord.
Castle's walls were actually known for being unscalable by both samurai and heavy armor, but also nimble ninja. And this is due to the unique design that gets steeper the further you go up. But I managed to scale it no problem by using the convenient staircase on the inside, and it provided a beautiful overview of the city. With a belly full of historical facts and the cloud of garlic looming over my head, the sun set and it was time for me to go home. So I went back to the beautiful Kumamoto station. It's crazy to me how
Higher Raisin, I would destroy those dumplings. Oh, there's like we'll probably watch
Yeah.
another one of his after this, and it's gonna be probably the one with the ramen.
some stations
I
in Japan
also
are way better
would
than some
destroy those
full-blown
dumplings because
malls
gyoza
in
are like my
America. Get
favorite
it together.
ever.
So I went through the ticket gate and waved goodbye to Kumamon's giant head. Sorry, that was insensitive,
Yeah, like-
but I don't want to change the script.
If we're
And I prepared
getting
myself for my
like Japanese food from a place, I get gyoza. It is always good.
Okay, you take yourself a strong hit of acid, and you look at that fucking bear head.
No.
It will take you places. They never said there were places you wanted to go.
second sentence in
feel like
train
it is
jail. It wasn't too particularly late, so it was kind of weird to see the train platform this vacant. I guess everyone could smell me and they decided to change their itinerary. Here comes my prison, this long train.
It looks
This
like a Concorde without its wings.
Very long train.
Very
This
pointy.
rolling stock 800 series N700 7000
And low too. I'm guessing you have to go
Yeah.
down into it, or else Japanese people really are super short.
series N700
I mean,
8000
on
series
average,
track
they are,
gauge
but-
1435 millimeters electrification 25 kV AC. What is this even? This time the train was empty, so I had the whole
I'll be
train
right
to
back
myself
again.
to do all sorts of
playing
activities.
now.
I invited a person from 2 train cars over to battle Beyblades with me, but they didn't seem very interested.
Yeah.
Finally, I'm home. Overall, it was a great trip. I learned a lot of things about all sorts of things, and I hope you did too. I hope to see you all again on the next episode where I go somewhere and I eat something. I don't know, I might just go to Pizza Hut next time.
He's got an eat like non-Japanese food. It's oh, that reminds me, I've got a bookmark for No, not that. Here. I got one before we go in. Watch Empty Ramen Alley.
Here's the story about when
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, perfect timing. Just out of the pool. Oh damn. No, you had a pool? Yeah. This is make sure to be the American Japanese think you are. And it's true, they put you on a fucking plinth.
Hey, fucking cowboy, fucking cowgirl, how the fuck are you doing? So tell me, are you kids on your fucking way home from school or something like that? Fuck, why don't you two buy a fucking hot dog from me, Mr. Kohei? Come on, baby, don't be
I
cruel,
easily
you
use fuck
fucking
this many times in
cowboy.
a sentence.
Tell
You're
you
not
what,
wrong.
I'll give you the king special with a ton of fucking ketchup and fucking mustard to go with those fucking hot dogs and sell you the pair of them for 500 fucking yen. How do you like those bargains, baby? Oh, fuck you very much. Hey, yo, you
500
lonesome
yen?
tonight, you fucking
That's
cheap
terrible.
fucking girls? Fucking hot dogs for sale. Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Fuck
I
you
love
very
this.
much. Fuck you very
I'm-
much. Hell yeah.
I'm not even offended. This is amazing.
It's a very good representation. Yeah, the Japanese understand
so
that
accurate.
Americans are the people, at least right now, and they lost to you. They lost to you fair and square, and it's the honorable thing to do to join your clan, your warlord's territory.
Do you
Not
know? You know what though? They beat us in American football recently.
Nice, and
Yeah, they're the.
they've done it with baseball in the past too.
Oh yeah, but they're like the only other place that even plays American football, and they beat us. So yeah.
I hope you had a fantastic 4th of July. Everyone chat. What about you there, Elf? You having fun?
I purposefully did absolutely nothing, and it was wonderful. And then I watched other people shoot off fireworks across the street out my window.
Nice.
when I traveled over 1,000 kilometers just to get some ramen from Sapporo's legendary ramen alley. I started off my journey at Nankai Namba Station in the heart of Osaka at an offensive time
With
of morning,
7-Eleven, America.
where the early bird gets the shrimp and mayonnaise
7-Eleven is one of the
onigiri,
most
as the old saying.
popular gas station chains in Japan.
And in Norway too. I wasn't expecting that. I would get hot dogs out of it in Oslo.
Goes.
Yeah.
Then it was off to the airport for a short flight north to Sapporo. Look at this fancy train with all sorts of luxuries and a faster top speed and all this other cool fantastic. This is my train. The Plainsmobile 5000. You know what, I'm not going to complain. I like this train better. This train is wonderful. I don't need some fancy train. It's like when you tell your mom you want to ride the fancy train, but she says you have fancy train at home. I hopped onto my new favorite train,
It's
sunk into the
clean.
seats, and I was delighted to see
Which, you know what? Credit where it's due. Chicago,
It is clean.
New York, and Philly, your subway systems are not as dirty or drug-fueled as I thought.
Yeah.
It's
It's
there,
true.
but I've seen worse in Paris, London, and Dublin.
It's
See that
true.
there
We're
was barely
actually
anyone
surprisingly cleaner in this country than people think we are.
on the train.
Oh no, your cities are dog shit. Like
Yeah,
Philadelphia
but, like,
is
but-
decayed as hell, and the Cleveland
Disgusting.
is on
But
fire.
like overall though, and like smaller cities and suburbs and stuff, pretty clean.
Yeah, absolutely. Hell, even in Cleveland, the guy I was staying with, he showed me around Millionaire's Alley, which was like just mansions everywhere in Cleveland.
I could also just be really lucky because I've heard that Omaha is actually really well received, and people say that it's a pretty clean city a lot. So
All right, Old Market is pretty fucking cool, but that's supposed to be outside where normal people live. It's
meh.
okay. Yeah, it's okay. As we said, Council Bluffs across the river is a fucking sty.
yeah, that's like
But-
that Lion King meme where it's just like everything with the light
Yeah.
touches is yours, and then what's that dark place? That over there is Council Bluffs. We don't go there.
I also love how to get around the gambling things. The gambling laws. You have like the fucking the ferry boats that just slightly move.
Oh, yeah.
They
No,
pick
we're
people-
fixing that. We decided that we were sick of going across the river for that shit, and gambling is actually slowly being legalized over here.
Woot! Although when I pass
Now we
through,
just need Now we
I-
just need strippers.
Nebraska. Now here's the thing: there's an actual porn site called Nebraskan Coeds, and
Oh, Lord.
it's they're not that bad looking. And you know, I've met plenty of women in the Midwest who are fucking hot. They're not the ones who want to bang me. I tend to have to age it up by 15 years and 2 kids and 1 C-section. But you know, like here's the thing. I like it more because that means I can hold their fucking liquor.
There you go.
Yeah, they've got more interesting stories. Almost all of them rode with fucking like some band or another. You know,
Right?
like,
Older ladies are pretty great, actually. Like, there's really no, there's really
wouldn't
nothing
even-
wrong with that.
I wouldn't even call them older in the sense,
No.
of, yeah, like not like 50
Not
or
like
60.
old, but just
Yeah.
like older than you. Like, you know.
Well, yeah, older women have always found me attractive, and I'm wondering when I'm 60, is that still gonna happen? That French woman who's like 120 would come out and just be like, you hear it sound like "C'est bien."
Feel like that really old lady. Feel like that old lady that follows Joseph Joestar around in JoJo.
Oh
during
no,
Stardust
the
Crusaders.
Titanic lady.
Yeah.
You want
Oh,
to draw
man.
me naked?
Yeah, exactly.
Can
Oh,
we
Lord.
fucking afford Model T?
Which made me happy because I could admire scenic apartment buildings in peace, but sad because I won't meet any mysterious
Oh,
wizard.
dude, I'll be fucking Soldier Boy with the 2 maids.
Oh, God.
Granny Fucker 2.0, hell yeah. They had nice tits.
Yeah, true.
It's on my journey. Just as me and my new train friend were getting to know each other, it was time to get off.
Look at Japan. Even like how to open, how to leave. They have the little chibi cartoon characters.
Little faces. Yep.
Yeah, the boys go over here, the girls go over here, and the boys go over here.
As I disembarked, I glanced over at the bougie train to see it taunting me again. Then it was time to ride Crazy Bus.
Train. It flicks a cigarette at the back of his head without him realizing.
Bus to Terminal 2 of Kansai
Yeah.
Airport. No wizards on this bus either, though. Fun fact about Terminal 2. The entire terminal is currently dedicated to Peach Airlines, which is both convenient and kind of unnerving. Second fun fact about Terminal 2. The convenience store was closed, so there was no way for me to get food while I was there. But look at this cutie. Her name is Sorayan. She's the mascot of Kansai Airport, and I just think she's...
I love how they all have their
Oh,
own mascots. Everything needs mascots. I know, right?
That is adorable.
I heard someone say that Japan, since the war and ever since their economy became so fucking like fucked, they focus so much on cutesy stuff rather than dealing with issues.
Yeah.
Like everything is so kawaii, so cute, so because you got business. Also, it makes sense because their lives are so fucking filled non-stop with work, that when it's time to play, it has to be the most superficial drink really quick. Fuck this random tourist because you're not going to fuck a local guy because that would require a marriage. And then right back into work the next day, repeat the process until you don't know, you start a... What was the name of that anime of the office worker who, to impress a girl, starts a rock band?
Great question. I'm not sure.
I remember seeing it often being shown in Toonami clips, but it wouldn't be shown over here because apparently the licensing wasn't. All I remember is he's a scrawny motherfucker who he puts his tie on his head like a bandana, and he's just like belting on a guitar, screaming his head off about how he just doesn't want to live that life anymore. Sort of like a certain red panda who needs to go to karaoke. You know, it's the same principle. You know,
Yeah.
it was just a few years
Interesting.
prior.
It's nice.
I forget the name of it.
Finally, it was time to
actually
board
know
my
that
plane
one.
to Shinchitose Airport. I love boarding planes like this because it makes me feel like some sort of celebrity. And surprisingly, there was a decent
I
amount of...
feel like that too. I've been flying that way on and off for years, and I also feel like that. Sometimes they just don't have the boarding umbilical. And it just wouldn't, like, you just don't have the time for it. So just like, all right, yeah, it's waiting outside. You just walk out, or you have to take the in the really big airports like Heathrow, you got to take the bus to go out onto the tarmac because it's such a long journey.
Legroom for me on this plane. As we took off, I finally took the time to reminisce on all the fun times I had
Philly's
this
like
morning.
that too.
Like when I saw
Philly's are very
Sorayan
bad
and when I ate that shrimp
at
rice ball.
airport.
Osaka sure looks small from here. Or maybe I'm just big up here. You think Godzilla discriminately destroys buildings? Like Godzilla purposely avoids
No.
destroying certain buildings, but then just accidentally steps on them, like that time I crushed my Nintendo 64 Majora's Mask box while cleaning my room. As the scenery started to change, I couldn't help but imagine the winter wonderland that was waiting for me in Sapporo. This was my first time in northern Japan. What would I find? Snow-covered streets, building a snowman in the park, and then I descended into Japanese North Dakota. Which is still nice, I guess. As my plane descended, so did my dreams of having a snowball fight with a stranger, but I'll be okay. Once my plane settled down, I tried to get the attention of the workers to get them to wave at me, but it didn't work, so I ran away in embarrassment to the Pokemon store located inside of the airport.
Look, it's Pikachu, but he's a pilot! Pilot you!
Oh my god.
Pilot you!
So cute.
They had all sorts of exclusive AV.
I think you would be... You know the way like people go over to Vegas and they come back bankrupt? I think if you went to Japan, you'd come back completely like penniless.
Oh god, yeah. 100%.
You are the perfect market. The O of
Just-
otakus, you know?
Just wait for it. That's probably about to happen to me in the future because I will go to Japan someday and they are going to get all of my money.
Time it right and I'll come out from Europe and we can combo that shit because I'm not doing that shit alone. It is too much of a cultural difference.
But I do want to buy a bunch of dumb shit in Japan that I don't need.
Do you remember the Super Bunny Hop video I sent you where he was obsessed over that one bit of that like animation, the animatronic of ramen going up and down over and over again?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, that would be us. We'd go to like all that tower of merch. Like every floor is a different anime or game theme thing, and we just spent so much money. Oh,
There's a Warhammer store in Tokyo. I have to go.
Oh, please tell me they have a statue of a Black Templar dressed as a maid.
I would love that. I have no idea, but I have to go at some point. Like, I just need to.
VR accessories, but what I really wanted was this Pilot Pikachu statue. It obviously wasn't for sale, but I decided I'd do what I saw a kid do once and just lay on the floor face down until I got my way.
That would actually be a very cheap trip for me. I could go to Games Workshop headquarters.
Pikachu.
I know, right?
So cute.
You know, a stewardess Pikachu gets sexually harassed by Mr. Mimes on every flight.
All the time, I'm sure, yeah.
It didn't work, so I got this cabin attendant Pikachu instead. Stomach growling, I decided it was time for me to head into Sapporo. My hunger clouded my judgment, so I missed out on some of the secrets of this airport, but don't worry, I'm coming back after my ramen, so stick around. After a wonderful train ride and passing a few fancy, colorful houses, I arrived at the elegant and sleek
Some of those houses do not look Japanese in the slightest. They look like something I'd build in The Sims.
Sapporo Station.
Yeah.
Just out of view of this camera angle is the tallest building in all of Hokkaido, but I forgot to take a picture of it. Depressed by my film faux pas, but determined, I admired an art piece called Boca Statue, which has a whole bunch of naked people. And to my surprise, Joe Biden was...
Good to see you. But Joe Biden, looking like half his face is ripped off. What the hell?
actually there to welcome me.
He does.
Thank you for your
That's
time.
weird.
The best part about going to Ramen Alley is it's basically a straight road all the way from the station, and you pass a ton of landmarks like the Sapporo TV Tower, which was made in 1957 by Tachu Naito, who also made the Tokyo Tower. I guess the guy just
Thank
really
you. I
liked
was
building
about to
towers.
say, do all
I
the
don't blame
towers
him.
look
We've
the
all...
same? Because it looks just like Tokyo Tower.
I love how they've embraced the Western playing card, but they always make it their own unique style of it.
Sorry, my power just came back on.
Hey,
just
awesome.
now.
If you're feeling up for it,
thank
if
God.
you want, end the call and come back in with your desktop in a few minutes once your Wi-Fi gets connected.
I don't care. How much longer do you think we'll be streaming? Like, I'm not in a rush or anything. I just,
If you're not in a rush, I'm only halfway through this bottle.
I am out of wine.
It's up to you. I would not force you. What?
I'll go a little bit longer.
All right, whatever you're hot.
Okay,
Just
man.
stay on my
Before I
phone
built
for
a
now. I'm not
one-by-one
gonna
tower
switch
to
in
the
the middle.
sky in Minecraft for no reason. After a nice little walk, I finally arrived at Ganso Ramen Yokocho, aka where we've been heading for the past 3 minutes and 3 seconds. This is a straight alleyway filled with nothing but some of the most delicious ramen in all of Japan. I knew that most of these places weren't open until dinner, but I had no idea it would be such a ghost town at 12:40 p.m. I did my research before coming to make sure that places I wanted to eat were open, so I recommend you do the same. As I walked down the...
Alright, Massa, speaking of Warhammer, 2 weeks to the GW Open event in my time. Oh, that's cool.
vacant alley, I could definitely feel the history of the area. Ramen Yokocho started in 1948, which is the same year that the Satisfiers released their certified Christmas banger, All I Want for Christmas Is My Two Front Teeth. Not really on the same level of prestige, but it's all I could find when I googled fun things in 1948. Our first stop is Aji no Kandyu for a straightforward bowl of miso ramen. I wanted the most traditional of the traditional to truly experience what this style of ramen is all about, so I got the most plain thing on the menu, the miso ramen. It looks delicious as most ramen does, but I
You flew all the way out here and you got the most bland motherfucking shit.
couldn't help but worry that I fell into a tourist trap as there was barely anybody there. The walls of the shop were lined with autographs, but even though I can read Japanese, I have no idea what they say. I got distracted for a moment and decided to watch the chef.
In
before-
Dublin, if you go to oh, what's the name of the chipper? Bischoff's, and the other one is Bischoff's.
That's so ridiculously close. What?
There's Bischoff's chipper, and then there's another one, and these are considered the best chippers in Dublin, and one of them has a wall of celebrity names and like autographs on the side of it, and it's basically just the Japanese equivalent.
Getting double distracted and noticing that Anthony Bourdain came to the here.
What?
All joking aside,
Okay,
Anthony was a huge
Anthony Bourdain came to the here. Hell yeah.
inspiration and part of the reason I got into food in general. So this bowl is for him. This is it. This is exactly what I wanted. Plain miso ramen. No stupid sauces or fancy cooking techniques. No, hey, take a picture of me with this ramen. Just pure ramen. And with one sip of the soup, I realized this place is far from a tourist trap. Everyone must have been at home watching Family Feud or something, because this is some of the best miso ramen I've ever had. The grilled pork looked average, but I'm not here to judge. There was so much going on in the broth, even though it's just a simple miso base. The alkaline noodles had that bright characteristic yellow hue and that delicious spring to them. I cleared the bowl and prepared my body for turbo pants, but also for the next bowl of ramen I was about to eat. With a belly full of tradition, next up I wanted to see what the more modern flair of miso ramen was like here in Sapporo. So I swung by a spot called Misogin for their kiwami ramen. I was a little worried though because this looked like a huge portion, but I can do it. I tried to get video of the atmosphere, but I was feeling shy and I didn't want to stand up and film. So here's a counter and a wall, and here's the vending machine. Only the best reporting here at Japan Eat. I was excited to see that the kiwami ramen wasn't a mountain of meat like it seemed on the menu, since I just cleared a bowl 10 minutes prior. But it was nice, and it had these two little slices held up by moyashi or bean sprouts. For the price, it's more than fair, and the flavor was top notch. Once again, the mad scientists in Hokkaido have found some way to pump miso broth to a level of complexity that is honestly wasted on little old me. Not because I destroyed my taste buds in a tragic accident when I was 6 on pizza rolls fresh out of butter.
I don't know. I think it needs like 2 or 3 blocks of Philadelphia cheese and maybe some.
Oh my god.
Country Crock, not a sponsor.
Wait, but because I can't convey how good this bowl was to you. Every aspect of this bowl, even the bean sprouts, which are normally just flavorless filler, was delicious.
Ramen with giant quotation marks either side of it.
Sapporo finally even got me to eat my corn. Misogin uses a special mix of red bean miso and slow simmered chicken broth, so you can definitely taste the chicken flavor if you close your eyes and focus really hard. I focused too hard and gave myself a headache, so I left. Make sure you listen up because I'm about to give you the most top.
That is a decent beer. The super dry.
Yeah, actually, I like Asahi. It's okay.
They sometimes sell it up on sale up in Tesco's, because believe it or not, it's not a very popular drink up in Ireland for some reason. Did we lose it?
What?
Oh, you just went quiet. I thought maybe we lost you.
Oh, weird. I might have had a glitch or something. I should be okay.
Okay.
I was gonna say, even though he's in Sapporo, Asahi is the better beer. It's kind of ironic.
The only tip I can possibly give you. If you need a great view for video and such, go to the second floor of McDonald's. Look at this footage. It's exceptional. I can't believe I blacked out. I woke up on a train with ringing in my ears and a bump on my head. A cat named Rover tried to ask me a bunch of personal questions about my finances and where I was going, and then he made me type my name on a GameCube controller while he repeated every letter I pressed in a strange voice. He told me to meet up with a raccoon when I arrive, and my living arrangements would all be in order. I have no idea what he was talking about. I ate a ton more on this trip, but those are all going to be posted as shorts, so keep a lookout. Apparently this train was heading back to the airport. I watched the window intently as the bustling city scenery melted into the North Dakota biome. That's 2 Minecraft references in one video. I really need to take more time to carefully craft out these scripts of mine. Whenever I write a script, I dig around in my brain hoping to strike gold, but I'm always forced to pick between 2 bad ideas. But I keep moving forward because I know that each time I finish a video, it's just another notch in my belt. Oh yeah. In Japan, they check for small children left on the train by eating the seats after reaching their final destination. Luckily, all was well, and I safely arrived back at Shinchitose Airport. This place has tons of secrets to discover, so let's go explore. First stop is Snomiku Skytown. This isn't just any Hatsune Miku store, it's a Snomiku museum.
The fact that there's any fucking stores, let alone just any with a caveat, like, no, it's just, this is a different world to mine. It's so strange.
Can you imagine, instead of just having like a Disney store, we just had specifically a fucking Mickey Mouse store? That's what this shit is like.
Yeah. Like you turn around the
Wild.
corner and instead of the Disney store, it's like fucking Simba. It's fucking or instead of like, oh, let's go to a Games Workshop, they sell Tau. It's just
But it's like you
Tau.
go in and they sell specifically Commander Shadow's very limited edition armor, and that's it.
Yeah, it's
Weird.
You also roboted out there a bit. Maybe you should switch it out.
Maybe I should. It might be my Wi-Fi trying to reconnect, actually.
Yeah. If you're down to keep going, just see you in a second.
Yeah, I'll try and get that hooked up here on the computer here. 1 second.
Okay. I'll hold down the fort while you're transferring.
Okay.
All right. See you in a bit.
Yep.
So yeah, Elf, like me, had a power outage, and unlike me, now it came back. So they're switching out from their phone. As far as phone signal went, that wasn't too bad. Let's see. Got to ponder if I want to drop the 90 for an express pass. What do you get in the express pass that's worth 90? You know. Tom is a Tanuki signing localization. Don't forget, guys, if you're enjoying the stream, to like, share, and subscribe. And if you are so inclined, to check out the links down below for Discord, Twitter, Twitch. And if you want to help out via Streamlabs, we have the stream goal up there. Anything given, greatly appreciated. This month is very money focused on me, not just on stream, but off stream. And any money could really help. That's all going towards America. But yeah, we'll go a little while longer. Pikachu's voice actress voices Meowth. Yep. Very unexpectedly, I just lost power. Do you
think I'm back?
Yeah, there you go. There, beat me to it. So you lost your power. I guess they're figuring out what parts of the network are can be like saved and whatnot. I guess they're just testing it out. But
I think my message from earlier just finally sent to you. I still have power, so I'm okay.
Okay, awesome. Wait, so are you on your phone or on your?
I'm on my laptop, but you're very quiet, but I think it's me, so give me just one moment here.
Alright, I can also hire you up on my end. I think I can. Nope, you're actually at 100%.
You at like 200%, and I don't know why you're not any louder, so.
Well. Wait, because you're not shown, I can always just rejoin the call. That might reset it.
Well.
Or this is fine,
It's weird, though,
too.
that it was working on my phone, and now it's not. I don't know what the deal is.
Just audio input. I honestly don't know. Chat, can you hear her? Say something.
It's like it's trying to come from my headphones, but it's not.
Have you checked your input?
Yeah.
And it's the right one.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we can roll with this if you can hear me.
I mean, I can like barely hear you, so
Elf is
Very
barely
weird.
audible. I have desktop set to 1, which is the 1 decibel, which is kind of the best I can do. And all right, hold on, I'm gonna disconnect and recall. La la la.
Still super quiet.
Oh shit. You were like 5% better? I don't know. Oh,
I don't know what the deal is because like when I go to fix my sound settings just in general, um like I can hear the sounds of me clicking stuff is really loud, but for some reason the audio when I'm speaking to you and when you're talking is just very quiet.
Apparently, I'm a little louder than you. I pushed myself down to 60, but Elf here is bumped up to the max and also is also got full desktop audio raised, so I can't really do anything more on my end. So, but if you can hear us, what I can do is I can lower down the video a bit.
I'm not sure if that's gonna make a difference. I mean, like it'll be fine for streaming, but like I almost can't hear you.
Oh shit.
I'm thinking unfortunately this might be our sign.
Yeah, that's fair. We already got 3 minutes left. Want to watch this 3 minutes and then say goodnight?
Yeah, I think that'll work. I'll listen very intently.
It was basically just Miku in a winter outfit, I guess, although I'm sure the internet will come after me for that one. Theming of this place was so on point that
Raisin's got a suggestion. Right click on his name and turn up directly.
Right click on what?
Alright, right click on my icon on Discord.
Something now.
And or if not my name, is it name?
It literally hasn't changed. It's so weird.
Oh, you haven't do you see like the volume? User volume?
Yeah, I'm like messing with the slider on user volume right now and it's doing literally nothing. That's so strange.
That is weird. Yeah, alright. Well, how long have we been streaming for anyway?
Well past midnight for you, so it's
yeah,
it's almost
1 o'clock in the morning my end. Maybe we should just wrap it up.
Yeah.
Alright, then let's watch the end of this.
I completely forgot I was in an airport. There was even a little walkthrough area that showed all the Vocaloids as well as an arrangement of Miku figures that would make even Vocaloid Loverman 1543 on YouTube have a heat stroke. There was also a plethora of promotional stuff from throughout the years, like this recent Fila Hatsune Miku collab, which I never knew I wanted. And when you turn the corner, there she is, the real, life-sized Snow Miku. I was starstruck. Even though I was only here for a brief moment, I left this place a Snow Miku fan. I was upset, but it was time to say goodbye to Snow Miku, and I wandered around the airport a little bit more, blown away by the sheer amount of stuff that's in this place. There's a full-fledged movie theater and a game center that I had to check out. I wanted to try.
Is this airport like an actual airport on its own, or is this an airport that also doubles up as like a mall?
Sure.
That would make a little more sense, like for the locals. Who comes to an airport so early you can watch a feature-length film? Like,
right.
Weird.
Try to win something to take home, but I didn't have much room left in my backpack, so I settled on the most reasonable thing I could possibly get. Not an adorable Pichu plush, not one of these 55 million Hatsune Miku figures.
You're going in the jar, you're going in the jar, you're going in the jar.
I needed something practical, something that wouldn't weigh me down, something a little bit more useful, so I decided on Pringles. And I'll just let you watch how that worked out.
Oh yeah. Come on. Oh, you almost got it.
Not well. I had to do a double take just to make sure I was reading this right. This is an onsen, a hot spring, in an airport. I was so floored by all this stuff.
And in a fucking... There aren't even showers in most airports.
Right?
The weirdest thing I ever saw was in Heathrow, and it had like the pod hotels where you could sleep for a few hours.
Right.
This is like...
Huh.
Is there a beach episode around the corner? Where everyone is playing volleyball in distinct bikinis?
Right.
If I even missed my flight. After adequately looking at things and commenting on them, it was time for me to board my plane. I must have hit a huge growth spurt on this trip because I no longer fit in my seat.
Oh.
I survived though, so it's okay. I said
that'll be me in September, no matter how good the flight, the airline is, and I'm flying with Aer Lingus, and they're pretty good.
Goodbye to the tiny plane and thanked it for letting me ride it. With arteries filled with miso and butter, I entered Terminal 2. I was herded through an Umbrella Corporation laboratory to head back to Nankai Namba Station. We came a long way from a humble shrimp and mayo rice ball. I feel like I truly learned a lot on this trip. I learned about snow miku, I learned about ramen, but most importantly, I learned about myself.
Look how clean that is. It's so fucking weird.
I learned that this world is small, and just a simple plane ride can transport you to a place of complete unfamiliarity, even in the same country. I hope this video encourages you to get out and explore a little bit. Who knows what's waiting for you? Maybe you'll meet a wizard. Because I sure didn't, so honestly this whole trip was a waste, and I'm never traveling again. Don't even ask me.
You should have had wizard beer. Or wrap it up with wizard beer. We all remember wizard beer.
Whoa, what a cool mountain!
How did you get here? This is my secret mountaintop, where I brew my secret ale. Wizard ale, made fresh on the mountain by me and my army of little owls.
Hey!
We brew it and it's good and it's delicious and it's made of hops that we collect from the prairies, the distant prairies in the woods.
How's it taste?
Try some. It won't hurt you, but it may turn you more powerful and muscular.
My body!
Wizard beer, made fresh on the mountaintop by me and all of my owls from hops that they've coming to a tavern near you, except it won't because it's secret.
Whoa, what?
Well, because it's secret.
I love how it's like it cuts itself off numerous times, and it's almost like the way those Rick and Morty episodes where they would do like a bong hit and then just ad lib.
Right.
But yeah, wizard beer. I imagine wizard beer is just like some sort of steroid that they put into like a really cheap beer.
Right.
But yeah. Personally, I prefer Billy beer. Oh, I prefer Billy beer too, especially when Homer found it, drank it, and then said we elected the wrong Carter. Video output is far louder than either of the two of you. Yeah. Yeah, that's why we're wrapping it up. There's something gone wrong with the audio.
Yeah, not sure what happened, but it's really weird.
It is. Well, on my end, I lowered it intentionally. Like I could raise it up here, but now we can't hear else. But you know, we've been streaming for a few hours now anyway.
Yep.
I could keep on going, but honestly, this will be the last chance I get to do my drunk routine while drunk on my own time. So maybe I should just down it. I'll tell you what, before we go, chat, if you want me to do a shot, I will. And but I need a donation for that. So we have until Elf King says their piece if they have anything they want to say.
I'm not sure if I have anything I want to add.
Whoa, you sound normal now.
That's super weird.
Chat, am I fucking this up? Is she sounding normal? Is she sounding low or what?
You're still super quiet for me, so I don't know what the deal is.
Welcome back, Gummy Boy. Yeah, so anything you want to promote beforehand?
Can't think of anything specific. Oh my god, did I just figure this out?
Did you just figure this out? She does, yeah, apparently.
I just figured it out. Oh my lord. Okay. Well, anyway, I can't think of anything in particular that I want to like chill or anything before we leave. I haven't done anything different since the last time we talked about that. So, yeah, join the Discord. It's fun.
All right, before we go, best fix this though. You see my icon? The one that's just making all the noise whenever I talk to the little frame, color frame.
Yes.
Right click on that.
Uh-huh.
And you can see the user volume. You're raising and lowering it.
Yeah.
Okay, and that's still not making any major difference.
I don't think so. It that wasn't the issue actually. It was my settings on my computer apparently did not have the speaker as the output setting. I'm not really sure what was happening there cuz like I switched it to speaker. But anyway,
All right. Well, might as well wrap it up here anyway. Elf, thank you so much for showing up. It was very Cobes centric. Quickly before we go, favorite thing about the boys so far.
Ooh, that's a really tough choice. I'm actually really enjoying watching Homelander lose his mind. It's pretty great.
It's gone. It's taken something from the comic and then changed it a bit, but kept the
Yeah.
same vague idea.
Right, exactly. Fundamentally, it's still there. They've just gone about it a different way. But I like it.
I like how a lot of characters are no one except for probably Homelander is immune to death. There's a lot of side characters that we've been watching for a few episodes just get
Right.
But I will say this. I've been enjoying the living shit out of the show. But
Yeah.
it is not flawless writing. I've called too many shots that are gonna happen. Like, oh, this is gonna happen. That's gonna happen. The Vought on Ice, the superheroes on ice. I knew what was gonna happen, and I did. It paid off. Do you remember the girl in the information sector who was like eating almond joy bars? Kind of looks a little bit like Mila Khalifa, but like all dolled up and like nerdy shit.
Vaguely.
Yeah, I could when she goes in and talks to Homelander and Sage and what's her name, the CEO lady, red hair.
Oh yeah.
And they're trying to get information from her. I knew it would happen.
Yeah.
There's just some things that are telegraphed a little too obvious. But I like it. I like it a lot, and it's so good at like you can read it and be like, oh, this is a reference to something really current. And that's why I find it hilarious that it took 4 seasons, 2 mini movies, and a spin-off show for the right to go, they're making fun of us, aren't they? But come on, the superhuman centipede was the best part of it. Well, that was probably when the right were like, oh, okay, you guys think you think you're so smart.
Fun of us, I see.
There's a lot of great parts in it, a lot of bad parts too, and Will Ferrell plays a character very straight, and I found that very interesting.
That was also really funny, honestly.
Because he's so deadpan and serious about playing this role.
Yeah.
It's almost like watching a cameo of the actual person, because there's plenty of actual superheroes who make superstars, actual names that make appearances.
Oh
yeah. Anyway, that's your boys. We've been dropping the boys trap. Go and watch the boys. Go and watch it. Don't need to read the comics. In fact, don't read the comics. They don't really hold up.
Enjoy it more if you don't.
And I'll be. I'm now caught up, so there won't be any spoilers except for me.
That's what the channel's for, though. So
yeah. Now, also getting drunk, except it won't be after tonight. After I end the stream, the next time I will hopefully have a drink will be in August the 5th, because it's now technically July the 6th. So yes. August the 5th will be the next one. I'm probably gonna get beer for that because this is just too heavy. I'm not gonna finish this tonight, but when I'm done with it, it's going out. There will be no temptation for the month. I will drink as much as I can tonight, and then that's it. I will, in the meantime, be uploading live streams and, of course, getting over on Twitch to game over there. And of course, this Sunday we have Landon returning for Bearded Ramblings, which has gone through a little bit of a change, unfortunately. But listen, I'm done, and yeah, it was good. I'm already feeling hungry though, and I've got no food till tomorrow, so I'm probably going to make it a short night. Plus, we have guests over tomorrow, and I don't want to be too hungover. So yeah. All right, thank you everyone who showed up, and anyone who shows up in the future. You know what to do: like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you again soon.